Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
This is what it sounds like when real people guess which truck brand offers best-in-class V8 towing and best-in-class HD horsepower.
I go Ram. I would put it on Ford.
And this is what it sounds like when real people learn it's Chevy with the Silverado 1500 and Silverado 2500 HD.
Yeah, Chevy.
Chevy, the only truck brand that offers choice without compromise. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer. Silverado 1500 class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds GVWR when properly equipped with available 6.2-liter engine. Silverado HD with available 6.6-liter Duramax diesel engine.
When was the last time your family visited Richard's Restaurants? Richard's Restaurants have been serving home-style meals like Grandma made for over 50 years. Wholesome meal choices for my family, prepared from fresh ingredients. I appreciate the love they put into every meal. My kids love the home-baked desserts prepared in the Richard's Farm Kitchen. Richard's Restaurants, old-fashioned in a good way. Richard's Restaurants.
This is Comet Hockey.
Live at the Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. So we're just underway, and it took the Komets all but 27 seconds to get a penalty. We got a tripping call, and the Komets will skate a man down right off the bat.
Yeah, Mark Raw going in the penalty box with a tripping penalty. Kansas City going on the power play with a face-off in the Komet zone. Only 27 seconds in, so let's kill this one off, guys.
Kansas City, 7th best power play in the league, and they start things off here down in the Komet zone, just underway, 19:33 to go in the first. And the Komets skating a man down. Marco Wall is in the penalty box, and the puck is dropped. It goes back behind the net, now wheeled up along the near side. Sean Sadlowski jabs at it. He's able to get it out, and now it goes all the way back into the Missouri zone. Patch Albert will bring it forward here to Sean Pauly. Runs into Dan Maggio at the blue line. We're going to have offsides.
Pretty solid check right there. Maggio standing up on the blue line, forcing the forwards to zigzag and played the body on him pretty solid, creating the offside. Body contact. We need a little of that in the game right now.
Face-off will be just outside of the Komet blue line. And it's going to be Sean Sadlowski on the drop. Sadlowski and Nowick wins the face-off. He is going to send the puck back into his own zone. Now to McMurtry here on the left wing. He's going to put it back onto the stick of Patch Albert. Now backwards it goes again to Nowick. Now on the left wing. McMurtry will get it over the line. Centers it up. It's intercepted. It's picked off by Jamie Schaafsma. He's digging down the far side. Will take a shot, and a save made by Parsons. He goes back behind the net. It's picked up by McMurtry. KC still on the power play. No score as Pauly brings it up along the left side, cuts it back to the middle of the ice. Now he will drop it back. Kansas City into the Komet zone. It's McMurtry. Gets tangled up here on the near boards. Kravchenko goes down low to Colkin. Colkin will zip it down the length of the ice, and here comes Parsons. He will stop it, and he will leave it behind the net. Gives it up to Anilowski, and Anilowski will pedal forward. He'll hit his own blue line, comes right up the middle of the ice, veers to his right, carries it over the line, now on the far side, and another offside.
Yeah, he zigzagged a little too much at the blue line, forced the winger offside. Face-off will come out of the zone. Komets get a chance to change up the lines. 44 seconds still left in power play time.
Kansas City helping us out here. A couple offsides calls, and the face-off will be just outside of the Komet blue line. Here's the face-off. It's going to be Larraza on the drop. Comes up along the far side, and the Komets clear it out. It's going to go back behind the net, and it belongs to the Mavericks. Anilowski, cross-ice pass, carries it into the Komet zone. Larraza can't get to it. Now up along the far side. Here's a shot, top of the circle. Now it's tangled up there. Crunk can't get to it. Now it goes back behind the net. Cody Soul will whip it around the boards. It is held in with 16 seconds to go on the power play. Up top of the blue line, one-timer. Anilowski, it's blocked by Crunk. Anilowski gets it back, puts it over on the left wing. It's Alex Brooks. Brooks comes upstairs, has a man down low. It's going to be tipped. Going to come up along the near side. Larraza trying to get to it. Comes up to the blue line. Brooks shot, and we're 5-on-5 now. Up along the far side. And it's going to be Dan Maggio. Can't get to the puck behind his own net. Centering pass. Got a man in front, but a nice play by Krunk. Disrupted the shots. And now it's going to come all the way down into the KC zone. Here on the left wing. Here's Brenton.
Offside again.
Going to be offsides. 17:09 to go in the first. No score. The Komets have already killed off a penalty. And the faceoff will be in the Fort Wayne zone.
Line changes by Kansas City. They get the line up, and the faceoff will stay in the Komet zone as the puck got down to the goaltender, House, who held onto it. No score. 3 minutes gone.
Face off to the right of Hauser. Comes up to the top of the circle. And the Komets get it out. It's Tinulin. Over into Desjardins. He will flip it in, and it goes back behind the net. Now into the corner, up along the far side. Tinulin gets to it, comes upstairs to the point. Kulkin with a shot. That's knocked down.
Blocked.
Comes right back to Kulkin. He'll put it right back in. It's tipped, and it comes up along the near side in the corner. And it is going to be Desjardins to Waugh. Tries to center it. And it's going to be taken away and sent down the length of the ice. Ryan Lowney will pick it up. Plays it off the far wall. Tries to get it to Larraza. And we're going to have offsides again.
Very close checking so far. Only the penalty has created a shot on goal. 2 shots by Kansas City. And both goaltenders with a shot apiece. 2 saves for the Komets. And we're sitting there at the blue line with a line change from both teams again. Very close checking right now.
Both teams come into tonight's contest at a 500 mark.
Yeah.
So both teams trying to get back on the winning track here.
I believe Kansas City on a 3-game losing streak, too, so they've got their problems also.
Up along the far side in the Fort Wayne zone. Fished out of there, comes up to the blue line. Here's a shot. It's going to be blocked, and the Komets have got numbers as we get back. Here's Desjardins leading the break. It's going to be Kravchenko in the corner. Now it comes to Sean Sidlowski. Now back to Kravchenko. Drops it off to Garrett Thompson in the corner. Garrett Thompson wheels it around. Can't find Kravchenko up along the far side. Sanilowski, and he will clear the zone. That should be an icing.
Komets get the break. They force the play, make Kansas City dump the puck down the ice. Line changes back into Kansas City zone.
16:01 to go in the first. No score. Face off in the Kansas City zone.
Schaafsma will take the draw for the Komets out there.
Tyler Parsons sets up, gets up to the top of the crease, and the linesman gets ready to throw the puck on the ice, and here's the drop. Comes up far side, Komets got it. Here's Cody Soul, he scores!
From the point.
Cody Soul winds up with a big blast from the blue line, beats Parsons. Let's see if that was tipped. It went right over the glove of Parsons, and the Komets up 1-0.
Schaafsma got the draw over to the boards. The winger for the Komets threw it right back to the center blue line. And all Cody Soul did was wound up, let a shot go. Went right over the goaltender's shoulder, had to be screened. Cole gets the goal. That's a nice one for him, Cody.
And we see the replay. Clean face-off win goes to Cody Soul, and Parsons just missed it. So we'll take it. Komets up 1-0. 15:58 to go in the first period. Jason Binkley with the assist.
Schaafsma, I believe.
Cody Soul. Assisting on the goal, number 22, Jamie Schaafsma. And number 4, Jason Binkley. Time is on 4 minutes.
So a couple of helpers handed out on that. The Komets are up 1-0 here at the Coliseum. Here's another quick shot. That's going to go wide. Here's Thompson with a chance. Parsons with the save, and he'll hang on to it.
Comes diving out. Make sure you got a hold of that as the defense tried to help him as he sprawled around. Pretty good scramble around the goal crease. Cody Soul, first goal of the game of the season, too, so he's a little happy about that one. Breaking the ice on that. 1-0 Komets.
Face off to the right of Parsons as Cody Soul gets the Komets on the board. There's Waugh on the drop with Quaz. Comes down in the corner. And the Mavericks cleared up along the far wall. Now back the other directions. Komets have it here as Desjardins drops it back. Dealing with a shot. Save made. A rebound comes to Desjardins. Couldn't put it home. Goes back behind the net. Wheeled up along the far side now. Komets still have it. It's Kravchenko. Looking for a man in front. Kravchenko feeds it. It's going to be deflected. Comes into the corner. Quaz got a hold of it for the Mavericks. Far side, bumped upstairs to the blue line. Now down low, Komets still have it. Man in front, and the pass is going to be tipped again, coming back the other way. It is Breton up along the left side, comes into Komet territory. Here's a shot. Hauser makes the save. Back up top to the blue line. Wheeled into the corner. Now it's going to trickle below the goal line. Now onto the far side. Tinulin is met there for shot from behind from Mark Cooper. Up along the far side. We got a penalty called. Tinulin and Cooper, they were tangled up along the far side. We got a hold. Let's see who's going to pick it up. Both guys were wrestling to the ice. Yeah. It was Cooper who laid out Tinulin in the corner, but let's see if Tinulin held on as Cooper tried to make it up ice.
Yeah, the Komet box is getting open, so the Komet penalty going to go to the defense in there.
So the Komets will skate a man down for the second time here in the period. We'll take a break here listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital and Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Komets, the third best penalty-killing unit in the ECHL, and they're being tested here in the first period. Second time tonight, we've skated a man down as McMurtry sets things up. Here's a shot by Alba, return shot, and a score.
Yeah. Cody Soul was able to block the original shot from the point, but it hit him and went over to the far side. A Kansas City player standing there all by himself with a one-timer before Hauser could get over to block it, as it was just a bang-bang play. Unfortunate deflection went to Kansas City. They tie it up with a power play.
1-1 is our score. Tinulin was the one off for holding. And we see the replay here. Rebound came right out to a wide-open Maverick over onto the far circle. And it is 1-1.
Scored by number 9, Sean Pauley. Assisting on the goal, number 3, Patch Albert, and number 7, Mike McMurtry.
McMurtry and Albert with the assist, Pauley with the goal, and we're tied at 1. Here at the Coliseum, Bobby Shea brings it up along the near side. Here's Sean Sedlowski. He'll take a shot, and a save made by the goaltender Parsons.
Point. Use the point, guys.
Comes out in front, knocked down by Parsons again, goes back behind the net. And the Mavericks have got the puck. It's scooted forward at the blue line, and it's picked up by Justin Breton. Breton over the line will take a shot off the glove of the goaltender Hauser. Breton picks it back up. He will circle all the way up to the blue line. Now he wheels it around up along the far side. Garrett Thompson awaits the puck. He gets it. And a cross-ice pass going to fall onto the stick of Bobby Shea. Shea out to Sean Sedlowski down low. Here's Shea with a shot. Save. Rebound. It's loose, and Parsons will pick it up.
Yeah, Shea walked right in. Nice deep. Tried to go between the legs. Now we got a little pushing and shoving and jabbing at each other.
Bobby Shea in there. He's tangled up with Detzel.
Yeah, he got a little upset, I think, the fact that the goaltender made a nice save on him in the goal crease, tried to get at the rebound, and got tangled up with a defenseman. Nice two-way pass and play down the ice, but Shea couldn't put it away.
Not only is Bobby Shea looking for his first goal, he's looking for his first point. And this is our 12th game, so Bobby Shea definitely getting the itch a little bit. He came down all alone on Parsons, and give credit to the goaltender. He made a spectacular
nice
save.
Yep, good save. Trying to go across to him and go between the legs, and he closed him up very quickly. Line change of both teams. Face-off will stay in the Kansas City zone.
Face off to the right of Parsons, and it's Jamie Schaafsma on the drop.
Cody Soul on the point by himself there. Get it back, guys.
Comes down into the corner off the face-off. On the far side, it's Jamie Schaafsma. Schaafsma gives it a look, comes off the stick of Crunk. Crunk still has it, comes up top the blue line. Cody Soul cannot save it. It's going to go all the way out of the zone. Here's Jason Binkley. Binkley over to Cody Soul. He will move it up along the near side. It's going to be knocked down, and it's into the Komet zone only for a moment. Picked up by Schaafsma. Got a man in front. It is Maggio. Maggio can't catch up to the pass, and it's going to go back behind the net. Nate Widman up along the far side. Now it's going to be sent back into the Missouri zone. Coming up along the near wing, it is Binkley. Can't keep it in, and that one will come all the way down into the Komet zone. Cody Soul back for it for the Komets. Dishes off to the rookie Tinulin. Tinulin gets hit, lost his stick, and the puck comes into the Kansas City zone. Pauly touches it up in the corner. Kansas City, they've got the puck back up near the blue line. Now to neutral territory. Here's Pauly up along the left side. Drops it back. Here's a shot. Save made by Hauser.
Nice two-way pass and play by Kansas City. Hit the man in the slot, a one-timer down low. Hauser makes a good save. That's the best of his period right now for him on a nice two-way pass and play by Kansas City.
12:18 to go in the first period. 1-1 is the score.
Komets score early at the 4:02. Soul. Kansas City comes back with a power play at 5:54. Pauly to tie it up.
Face off to the right of Hauser. And it's dropped coming up along the near side. Here's a quick shot. Goes off the side of the net. And now up along the far boards. It belongs to Kansas City. Here's a shot that's deflected high above the crossbar. Comes down in the corner down here in the Komet zone. Now the Mavericks have it in the corner. It is McMurtry. Tries to center it. Broken up by the Komets. It is Tinulin. Tinulin down the right wing. Dishes off. And he has got Marco Waugh coming across the line. Coming up top. It's Waugh again. Will go back below the line. And up along the far side. Comes up to the blue line. Culkin with a shot. Parsons the save. Brought back down by Desjardins. Coming up top here is Lowney. Cross-ice pass. Got Culkin top of the circle. Shot. Oh, almost tipped in.
Penalty coming up. Kansas City.
It was Tinulin right there on that far post.
Yeah, he was right there. Had a stick on the ice. And just as the puck came, he got hooked and pulled off the puck. That drew the penalty. First power play for Komets. Faceoff will stay in the Kansas City zone.
1-1 is our score. Komets on the power play this season, 4th in the league. And on the penalty kill, Kansas City dead last, 27 out of 27. So the penalty goes on Patch Albert. Shots in the game are 10-4 in favor of the Komets. And now we have got a power play. 1-1 is our score. Binkley at the blue line. Binkley gives it up to Maggio in the high slot. Now it gives back to Binkley here on the near side wall and into the corner. It's Larraza. Larraza comes back down low to Binkley. Now back upstairs. Here's Maggio back at the blue line. Now up on the far side, return pass to Maggio. Here's a shot knocked down by Parsons, and he'll keep it.
Parson got the glove up on the high shot from the point. Nobody can get a stick on that because it's too high, but Parson gets the glove on it, holds the play. Face-off will stay in Kansas City. Shoot the puck, guys. Get her down low.
Face-off to the right of Parsons, and it's going to be Garrett Thompson on the drop for the Fort Wayne Komets. Into the corner. It goes now, wheeled around all the way out of the zone, and here's Jason Binkley. Binkley gives it over to Desjardins. Now back to Binkley. And now Binkley will give it up to Maggio, who's got to go back behind his own net. Now he plays it forward up along the far side. Desjardins' pass will be knocked down. Now the puck is rolling around, comes out in front of the net, and it's picked up by Elbrecht. Now far side, kicked at by Desjardins. Now it's going to go to Garrett Thompson. Thompson in the corner, spins around, looking for someone to give it to. Has got Desjardins on the far side. Down to 1 minute to go on the power play. Pass out to Larraza is going to be tipped on the near side, and Nowick will clear the zone. Comes off the end boards. Hauser will stop it. And we go back behind the net.
45 seconds.
It's Tinulin coming up along the near side. Flips it in. It goes back behind it. Parsons falls on the play. Puck is loose. Parsons got to hustle on back, and he got some help. And Kansas City, they'll clear the zone.
Parson went behind the net to field the puck and fell down and was lucky he got back in the crease in time.
Down to 25 seconds to go in the power play is Tinulin. Flips it into the Kansas City zone. It goes back behind the net. Now into the corner. Up along the far side, it's Sean Sidlowski. He lost it. And it's going to come up along the near wing now, back into the Komet zone.
The trailer
coming in on Hauser. They try and center it. It's broken up, and we got another penalty called on the Komets.
Cross-checking. Komets. They had a bit of a 3-on-2 rush there. The third man coming in got cross-checked from behind by one of the Komets. Was it? And that was enough to draw the penalty. With 3 seconds to go,
it's going to be Kulkin.
Yeah, Kulkin will get the penalty. He came back hard, and he just rammed the first guy he can to take away the odd man, and that's what he did, drew the penalty on it.
Cross-checking is the call. We'll be 4-on-4 here for just 3 seconds, and then it's power play time for Kansas City. We've got 9:35 to go in the first. Let's take a break. You are listening to Common Hockey on WOWO.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com. Common Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
1-1 is our score. Both teams' opportunities on the power play. And now Kansas City will have another one as Ryan Kulkin going into the penalty box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. So we will skate 4-on-4 here for just 3 seconds.
Yep, face-off will be in the Komet zone. 4 fresh guys out there for the Komets. Of course, 4 right now for 3 seconds for Kansas City as the man will leave the penalty box.
Sean Sidolowski on the face-off. And it'll be McMurtry in there for Kansas City. Third of 6 meetings between these two teams here tonight. We'll play one more game back here at the Coliseum and then 2 out west later on in the season.
Same division as us right now, so that's important games for us to win against our own divisional teams.
Sean Sidolowski moseys in to the face-off circle. Sidolowski with goals in back-to-back games. Puck is dropped, and it's going to clear the zone. Here is Jamie Schaafsma picking it up. Schaafsma got a man in front. It's Maggio takes a shot, and a save made, but we got a whistle as the man coming out of the box was Albert, and he touched the puck. Now, whether he was still in the box when he touched it might be the question.
Yeah, because the linesman and referee are talking right now, and I think that's what they're saying. 1 foot was up, but he can't leave the penalty box till the time's out. So when he's coming out, that's part of being on the ice at the right time, unless he left early. They're not talking to the penalty guy or anything like that to decide that. He opens the gate up, and the guy can go. He's free.
So that apparently is the discussion. I don't think Paulie was on the ice when he touched the puck, but again, that's, you know, like you said, when the gate is open, he's out. So the referee going over talking to the scorers table. Albert is quite interested to see if he has to go back in, and that's what he's going to have to do. Albert goes back in.
Well, he came out too early, and it's 2 men on the ice. So we'll have to see what the result of this call is.
So it'll negate the power play that was upcoming.
Yeah.
Patch Albert, a 2-minute minor for playing the puck while not on the ice surface. Time penalty, 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Kansas City.
Now, Robbie, you've been around a long time.
First time I've seen that, yeah. You know, the guy jumps out of the box. That's all, he's on the ice or he's in the area. He's on the ice surface. You'd think he'd be part of the game.
And I look down at some of the faces here in the press box. Everyone is kind of shaking their heads and squinting, trying to figure that one out.
Well, they're indicating that he hadn't touched the ice. You know, he was coming on, and he touched as the gate was opening. He touched the puck as he was coming out of the bench. But as long as the time frame is right, I don't see what the problem would be. But it's a 2-minute penalty, and we're back to 4-on-4.
Yeah, let's not argue it.
Yep.
1-1 is the score. Face off in the Kansas City zone. It goes back behind the net. And it will go to Anilowski. He will bring it in to the Comet zone. Here's a shot. Save made by Hauser. Goes off the blocker. Now let's wheel it around.
Got up in the screen, I believe. High stick. Face-off will stay in the Comet zone there. Hauser with that big glove just reached up and banged it up, and it went up, and I think it caught the screen up at the corner. That killed the play.
Shots in the game are 11-4 in favor of the Komets. 9:17 to go in the first. We're tied at 1, skating 4-on-4. Face off to the right of goaltender Michael Hauser. Mike McMurtry and take the face off with Denny Kravchenko. Kravchenko got things going yesterday morning, getting 2 goals against Toledo. Puck comes along the far side. Here's Larraza. Pass out to Kravchenko over to Binkley. Binkley over the blue line will take a shot. Save made by Parsons. Nice job by Kravchenko dragging that leg.
Yeah. He made a nice little deflected pass right over to the winger here as Binkley was on the fly, went right in, got a pretty good shot on goal, and Parsons came out and challenged and made a save. 12 shots on goal by the Komets, only 4 by Kansas City. We have a 1-1 score so far. Team's 4 against 4 right now.
Face off to the left of the goaltender, Tyler Parsons, just 20 years old. Puck is dropped, comes into the corner. Widman misplayed it there for a moment, but he is able to scoot it over to Sean Pauly. Kravchenko taking Pauly off the play. It is behind the Kansas City net. Pauly wrestles it away. Now he tries to go to Widman, and it's going to be brought up along the near side. It is going to be Lowney. Lowney at the blue line. Steps up. Here's Larraza. Back up top it comes. Here is Shea. He creeps in. Can't get a shot. Now a backhander. Save made. It's going to be loose along the far side. Anilowski has got the puck, and he grabs the blue line. Now he dishes up on to the left wing. Van Wormer, and into the corner. Back up top, up along the near side. Comes up to the blue line. Going to trickle over that line and going to go into neutral territory. Played right there near the Kansas City bench, and Tinulin comes away with it. Tinulin on the right side, spins around, tries to give it up. He is pinned up against the glass with Sean Pauly. Puck rolls down into the corner. Detzel will go up along the far side. He's got Anilowski, and Anilowski now will move it ahead. Mavericks will get it into the Comet zone. Here's Detzel coming in. He's going to come down into the corner, being guarded tightly by Binkley, and Binkley steals the puck out to Wall. Wall's got a man on his left wing as he crosses over the blue line. Here is Wall looking for a shot. He'll take it, and a save made. Goes back behind the net. Wall follows his own shot. Wall up along the far side, comes down low into the corner. He's got Tinulin. Tinulin on the far side, cycles it around. Pass is going to be intercepted. It's Alex Brooks with it.
Back to 5-on-5, both teams.
Now to the center line. Kansas City gets it over the blue line and into the Comet zone. We're going to go back behind the net. It's Quaz. Quaz lost the puck. Komets have got it. And it is Cody Soul. Soul over to Maggio. Maggio over the blue line. Coming up on the near wing. Avoids a check, but he lost the puck down low. Into the corner is Jamie Schaafsma. Down to Maggio in the corner. Now the puck pops loose to the face-off circle. Now comes up to the blue line. Shea will keep it in. Tries to get it to Maggio, and now the puck is going to fall into the Comet zone. Shea will run it down for the Komets. Shea will drop it off to Curtis Leonard. Down to 6:46 to go in the first. 1-1 is our score. Here's Leonard in the corner. Goes back behind the net. Shea chasing after it. Up along the far side. And now we've got a big pile up here in the Comet zone. Up along the far side, Bobby Shea takes his man off the play, and a tripping call going to be made on the veteran defenseman. Shea will go in the box. Yep. We will take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Auburn.
It's PK time again for the Komets as McMurtry comes down. Hauser takes a shot. Save made. Puck is loose in front. The Komets get it. It's Garrett Thompson, shorthanded for the Komets. Skates away with it. Here's Binkley. He might have a chance. He puts it behind the net. Up along the far side. Out of the top of the circle. Komets have it.
Thompson with it again.
It's Garrett Thompson. He will drop it back into his own zone, and he's got Cody Soul. Soul flips it out to Jamie Schaafsma. Going to come up along the near side. And it's McMurtry. McMurtry spins off the man. Now he is going to try and bring in the Komet zone, but it's going to be deflected. And all the way into the Kansas City end. It is played with 5:46 to go in the first. 1:14 to go on the Kansas City power play. Patch Albert on the far side, carries it over the blue line. He drops it back, coming down low into the corner. Now back behind the nets. Colkin trying to grab at it with McMurtry. McMurtry gets it loose. Now Leonard comes in to help out. It's still tied up behind the Komet net. Far side, Kravchenko gets it down low to Leonard. Leonard takes a hit from Pauly. Puck is loose back behind the net. And it's Colkin. Colkin looking for Desjardins. He has got him up along the near side. Now Desjardins is pinned up against the boards. 43 seconds to go on the Kansas City power play. McMurtry trying to fish the puck out. Comes out to Hauser, and Hauser will stop it, and he gives it to Kravchenko. Kravchenko will send it down the length of the ice, and it is going to come here onto the near corner. 27 seconds to go on the power play. McMurtry will take the puck. He will skate forward with it, grabs his own blue line, and now he dishes off and into the Komet zone it goes. Poked away at the blue line, and the Mavericks got to get back on sides. Now on the far side here is Cody Soul. Plays it off the glass and out. Down to 6 seconds to go in the power play.
Kill this off. Nice job on that pill.
And Olaski wheels it up to...
all even.
Yep, back below the line. Now Kansas City, they have got the puck. Dunave, his pass intercepted. Tinulin far side. Back to 5-on-5 as Tinulin tries to center it. Pass was broken up. And the Mavericks get it loose, comes up to the blue line. Komets keep it in. On the near side, Binkley grabs at it. It's going to go right across the blue line. Binkley can't keep it in. And now it is going to go all the way into the Komet zone. And a puck played up along the far side and into the KC zone. That is going to be an icing. And Komet's not happy with that. Cody Soul over. And Coach Gary Graham also with his hands up. But it is going to be an icing.
Yeah, Crunk thought he touched it, but it must have skipped over his stick. Linesman in them having a little talk about it. I think they're going to go back to center ice. So they figure there was a bit of an error made on the play. Face-off goes to center ice. No harm done.
3:55 now to go in the first. We are still tied at 1. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Hey, Komets fans, put a new truck in your driveway this hockey season. Take a test drive in a Chevy or GMC truck made right here in Northeast Indiana by your friends and neighbors in the UAW. Union members build quality into every full-size pickup that GM Fort Wayne Assembly builds. Union labor has been building trucks in Fort Wayne for over 30 years. Visit your local Chevy or GMC dealer and drive the union-made quality that makes buying a new truck such a great value. GMC and Chevrolet full-size pickup trucks, built by the hard-working men and women of UAW Local 2209. Put union-built quality to work for your family.
And now, back to Komet Hockey.
Coliseum, Shane Alberani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. 3:18 to go in the first period. Komets with 14 shots on net. Kansas City just with 5. And the Komets trying to get another one here as Garrett Thompson tries to break a free with the puck. And it's going to roll down to Parsons, the goaltender. He will snag it, gives it up to Alex Brooks. And Brooks gives it up here on the near side. Played up along the near wing, knocked down by Bobby Shea. Shea spins around. He trips up Pauly. And up along the far side, it's controlled by the Komets. It is Desjardins going down low.
Looking for somebody.
And we got another penalty called.
Kansas City.
Yep, going to be on the Mavericks.
A little slashing.
So both teams having trouble staying out of the box in the first period.
Dutzel, he's going in the penalty box for slashing. Kansas City Komets back on power play.
To number 57, Cale Detzel. 2 minutes slashing. Time penalty 17 minutes 18.
So Detzel picks up the call, and power play time for the Komets.
Got to use that point a little more. They got the goal from the point. They got to use the point, get the shot on the net, the screen in front.
Fourth best power play unit in the league. Now let's get another one here. Binkley over to Garrett Thompson. Down low in the corner. And he's got Waugh. Now he feeds it over to Binkley. Up top, here's a shot. Maggio, and a save made by Parsons.
Binkley over to Maggio. Maggio, a one-timer from the blue line. Down low. Goaltender got himself down low. Was able to see it. No rebound on the play as two Komets standing on the doorstep.
Face-off will be to the left of Parsons with 2:30 to go in the first period. 1-1 is the score. Garrett Thompson on the drop. And it comes up to Jason Binkley. Binkley here on the near side. Binkley in the corner. Goes back behind the net. Here's Larraza on the far side. Played forward to Maggio. Maggio to the blue line. Maggio plays it up to Binkley. He will take a shot. Tipped in front. What a save. It's Larraza with a rebound. And Parsons another grab.
Yeah, Larraza right in the right spot. Redirected, deflected. Goalie made a nice save.
Kansas City, they clear the zone all the way down to Hauser. Komets now with 18 shots on net. Komets have got the puck in their own zone. Maggio will give it to Tinulin. Tinulin had his point streak snapped yesterday in Toledo at 8 games. On the far side, here is Waugh. Waugh will flip it in, comes down into the corner. Now played up along the far side with 1 minute to go in the power play. Waugh lost it to Pauly, and he will clear it out. Culkin's got a man on him. Goes all the way into the zone. Culkin gets tangled up. He is able to get the puck free. Jared Van Wormer with a nice job as the puck comes up along the far side. Here's Denny Kravchenko. He cuts it back. Kravchenko got the puck taken away. And coming back the other way is Kansas City and into the Komet zone. Loaded into the corner. Culkin will pick it up. Komets 33 seconds to go in the power play. 1:13 to go in the period. Cross-ice pass going to go to Waugh. Far side, Kravchenko drops it back. Here's Culkin with a rip, and that one is going to be deflected.
Rebound right in front.
And now it comes up to the blue line. Culkin will grab it again. Kravchenko with 1 minute to play in the period. Up top of the blue line, it's Sean Sidlowski. Sid to the right side. Comes all the way down into the corner, looking for someone to hand it off to. Goes back behind the net, and it's poked away by Anilowski. Komets step up, down to 5 seconds to go in the power play. And now Kansas City with a man free coming in on the D. Here's the shot, save made. Save it, it's in the net.
Red light went on.
Hauser had it just for a moment.
Yeah, they had a 3-on-2, and the puck carrier was looking for the trailer coming in the last second. Turn, took the shot. Hauser got a good piece of it, but it just trickled over the line, and it will be an even strength goal as a man got out of the penalty box.
2-1 Kansas City. We'll be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
In 1975, Miller Lite made history by proving we could brew a great-tasting light beer. And to mark the occasion, we're bringing back our original Steiny bottle for a limited time. Miller Lite, the original light beer, back in its original bottle. Grab one before they're all gone. Great beer, great responsibility. 2017 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Average analysis 12 fluid ounces, 96 calories, 3.2 grams carbs, less than 1 gram protein, 0 grams fat.
This is Komet Hockey.
Maggio are going to drop the gloves right off the face-off from center ice. They are going to square up, and now Maggio gets a right hand in. Both players have lost their helmets, and now Donne and Maggio, they are trading blows, and Maggio, the lefty, going up underneath the chin, and now Maggio with a right hand. The elbow guards are now flying out there. Now they drift back towards the blue line. Down the Kansas City side, everybody throwing punches, going back and forth.
Left hand, right hand.
And the linesman can't get in there. Now Maggio with 2 big rights and another one. And Donne is stunned. Now Donne comes back with a right.
Well,
tries to go to the head of Maggio, and everybody is throwing punches. And finally, linesmen come in, and Maggio getting the crowd pumped up after giving up that kind of fluky goal just seconds before.
Well, that was a pretty good scrap there. They went at it pretty good. Both hands, both sides. That went on for about 60 seconds, so pretty good scrap right there. And unfortunately, Kansas City player never got the helmet off, and I think Maggio hit the top of that pretty good a couple of times. So they're going to have some sore knuckles from this. Good scrap.
5, Troy Dene, Komets number 7, Daniel Maggio, each 5 minutes fighting. Time penalties, 19 minutes, 24 seconds. Kansas City's 5, Dene, Komets 7, Maggio, 5 minutes fighting.
Yeah, I thought Donné had dropped his helmet, but it was actually Maggio's helmet. He actually had it in front of him. It was actually tangled up in his jersey.
Yeah, well, he kept leading with the helmet. Maggio kept hitting it. Ow.
So we're down to 30 seconds to go here in the first.
Trying to get him pumped up.
Komets trail by a goal. On the far side, into the Kansas City zone. And now it trickles into the neutral zone. Komets will get it into the Kansas City end here in the corner with 15 seconds to go, but that will be an icing.
Face-off will come outside the zone. All the way back in the Komets zone on the icing call. 15 seconds to go. We're down 2-1. Out shooting them 18-7, but aren't putting the puck in the net.
Face off to the left of Hauser. And Jamie Schaafsma will stand in the face-off circle. And he'll be in there with McMurtry. Comes up along the far side. Binkley plays it off the glass. And now it's going to be tipped to the neutral zone. Coming up along the near side, it's Jamie Schaafsma. Komets thought they were off sides. Everybody relaxed there for a moment. Comes down here in the corner. There's Jamie Schaafsma trying to get it to Cody Soul. Soul pushes his man off the play as the period expires. And now Cody Soul getting into it. Him and Justin Breton. Breton did not like the push that Soul gave him right at the buzzer. But Cody Soul and Breton, they will each go to the dressing room. Kansas City, they are up 2-1, but the Komets grossly outshooting Kansas City the first period, 18-7.
Yeah, I think you can start to see a little frustration in the Komets. As we say, a lot of shots on goal, but not able to put the puck past Parson. He got the one goal early in the game at the 4:02. Cody Soul, his first of the season. But since then, you know, they outshooting him, outplaying him, territorial-wise, getting some pretty good shots on goal, but not able to bury the puck. So the one goal that came at 19:23 that gave Kansas City the 2-1 lead, I think pushed a few buttons in the Komet dressing room, and a couple of the players got a little upset with it. So see if they can get fired up, all 18 of them, and come out strong in the second period.
And that's the second time in as many games. Yesterday morning, Garrett Bartis had a very similar play where he thought he had the puck. It just fell right in front of him. Toledo was able to knock it home. This one, Hauser had the puck, but it went behind him. Yeah. Culkin almost got to it, but it just trickled in over the line, and that's just one of those fluky goals you're going to have to just forget about.
Yeah, when you're not getting the bounces and things are going tough, that's usually what happens. If you get everything going right, then someone is able to grab that puck and keep it out. But they keep working hard, they'll get their own breaks.
2-1 is the score. We are going to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Gets dropped on another Komet season. And what better way to get ready to watch the K's than with a pregame party? Aunt Millie's Buns and Rolls and your party spread will put the biscuit in the basket for your guests. To face off with some great sandwich ideas for your party, visit AuntMillie's.com. Whatever you put inside the sandwich, it's always a winner when you include Aunt Millie's Buns and Rolls. And speaking of winners, go Komets! Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
Thank you.
Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service.
Life can be unpredictable. One minute everything's fine. In the next, you have a kid with a fever and it's already past 5. That's when you need Parkview First Care. We have extended hours, including evenings and weekends, convenient locations, and Parkview Physicians Group providers to make your whole family feel better. When you can't wait to see your doctor, go to the walk-in clinic that's part of the PPG community of care. Parkview First Care. Get in, get better, get going.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Big
City Cars on Lima Road.
Vehicles as low as $595. Payments starting at just $79.
Dependable cars on a budget.
Over 20 price under $1,000. If other dealers have turned you down, we go to work when the others say no.
Big City Cars.
Want a bigger deal? Get up to $5,555 more than your car is worth. And as always, if we can't beat the competitor's deal, we'll give you the car for free.
Big City Cars.
See dealer for complete details.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Auburn.
Desjardins Surf is the place you can find service 24 hours a day.
Hi, folks. Pat Miller telling you the Dock Dancer will always do whatever it takes to keep you and your family cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And now they've teamed up with Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems to offer the right combination of Bryant brand equipment for your home. That includes central air units, Bryant furnaces, heat pumps, and advanced thermostat technology, including Bryant's Wi-Fi controls. Call the Dock and Lutz to make house calls at 744-3251, 744-3251.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Albert and Robbie Irons with you here this evening as the Komets returning home after a big, long road trip that saw the Komets go 2-3 on the trip as we return home here tonight in front of a big crowd. And the Komet fans come out in droves to greet their Komets, and they have been noisy here this evening, but unfortunately 2-1 is the score. Kansas City with the lead after one period of play. Taking a look at what has happened so far here tonight. First, our shots on goal brought to you by Combat Ops Arena, mission-based laser tag, mini bowling, arcade, and a cafe full of food and beer. Combat Ops Arena in Fort Wayne on Lay Road, just east of Lima. Shots on goal, pretty one-sided. The Komets with 18 in that first period. Kansas City with 7 on the power play. Komets 0 for 3. Kansas City, they are 1 of 4. Recapping the scoring, first goal came off the stick of Cody Soul. His first of the season. 4:02 was the time. Jamie Schaafsma and Jason Binkley with the assist. Sean Pauly got Kansas City even at 5:56. That was his 5th of the season. Albert and McMurtry with the assist. And then Kansas City at 19:22. Widman, his 2nd of the season. And Nowick and Cooper with the assist. Tyler Parsons, 18 shots, makes 17 saves. He faced almost 50 in the win against the Komets when they were here back in October. So Parsons seeing a lot of shots from the Fort Wayne Komets. And Michael Hauser with 7 shots and 5 saves, 2 goals against for Michael Hauser, who didn't start the game yesterday in Toledo, came in relief and could not keep the score tied and give the Komets a chance to win as he gave up 3 goals in that 3rd period against Toledo. But Hauser has made some pretty sharp saves in that first period, so don't worry about the goaltending, folks. We're going to be just fine as Hauser back in there tonight. All right, we are in the middle of the first intermission. Let's take a break. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Wonder what the outrageously energizing experience of Mountain Dew Kickstart is like? Well, it's like a combo of 3 awesome things. Dew, juice, and caffeine, rebooting your entire personal operating system.
Mountain Dew Kickstart is in position for consumption.
Release the Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Mountain Dew Kickstart released. Experiencing a charge of Mountain Dew Kickstart now.
Mountain Dew Kickstart operation successful.
Roger that.
Get charged up with Mountain Dew Kickstart, now in 2 energizing new flavors, mango lime and raspberry citrus. Fuel with flavor.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here this evening. Komets trying to break this 2-game losing streak we're on. Right now the score is 2-1. Kansas City with the lead. Let's take a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard tonight in the ECHL. A full slate here on this busy Friday night. First starting with the Worcester Railers taking on the Manchester Monarchs. We have got 14:07 to go in the third period, and it is the Railers 2 and the Monarchs 1. The Wheeling Nailers are up 4-1 on the Norfolk Admirals down in Norfolk tonight. That game has got a little over 13 minutes to play in the third period, and the Nailers, who are off to a hot start, 8-2-2 on the season. The Admirals, they are struggling again this year, 3-10-1 on the season. Down in Greenville, South Carolina, we have got a 3-1 game between the Swamp Rabbits and the Orlando Solar Bears. The Solar Bears struggling 2-7-2 on the season. Greenville 8-3-1. Of course, Greenville coached by Fort Wayne native Brian Gratz, and he is off to a good start with the Swamp Rabbits this season. The Brampton Beast, they are up 3-0 on the Reading Royals. Now, Brampton, they have turned it on over the past couple of weeks after a rough start. They are now 5-7-1-1. The Royals 7-3-1. That game is going to the third period, and again, Brampton, they are up 3-0. The Florida Everblades 2 and the Jacksonville Icemen with 6-11 to go in the second period. Jacksonville just with 2 wins on the season. Florida with 10 already. The Kalamazoo Wings, they have got 2 goals on the board, and the Indianapolis Fuel, they have got 4. And that game is being played in Indianapolis tonight. We have got 6 minutes to go in the second period from Indiana Farmers Coliseum. And at U.S. Bank Arena in Cincinnati tonight, where the Cyclones are entertaining the Toledo Walleye. The Walleye are up 3-2 on the Cyclones, number 1 and number 2 teams in the Central Division. Toledo 9-2-2, Cincinnati 7-3-1 this season. The Tulsa Oilers and the Quad City Mallards, 1-0 is the score there. That game being played in the Quad Cities tonight. Tulsa is up 1-0 on the Mallards. And yet to get underway, we have got Colorado at Utah, and then Idaho is taking on Rapid City, and that game has just started in Rapid City, no score. Mentioned the Tulsa Oilers during the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard. Now, don't forget the simple savings you get with Meyer M-Perks, digital coupons and rewards. Sign up today at mperks.meyer.com. Back to the Tulsa Oilers. That will be the Komets' next opponent. It will happen right here at the Coliseum Sunday. 5 o'clock is the start time, and it is the first Meyer family night of the season. And after game skate with the Komets is also kids seat free night. So a lot going on coming up on Sunday. Make sure you get your tickets for the Komets and Tulsa. You can get them at the Coliseum ticket office tomorrow, and it is also season ticket exchange night. So any season ticket holders out there got some extra season tickets lying around, you can go to the Coliseum ticket office and exchange them for extra tickets to the game on Sunday. And I'm sure season ticket holders, they have got family coming in for the big holiday next week, and if they do, you want to bring them out to a Comet game, and you also want to get your tickets for the annual Thanksgiving night game. 7:30 is the start time next Thursday, and the Komets will be playing the Toledo Walleye, and it will be a special night because it will be the first ever Bob Chase Memorial Thanksgiving night game. The actual jersey patch that the Komets wore last year after Bob passed away will be available for purchase, and all proceeds will go to Wowo's Penny Pitch, one of Bob's favorite charities. So get your tickets for that, and get ready for a new holiday tradition. It is the Bob Chase Memorial Thanksgiving night game coming up on Thursday. Now, all during this past road trip over the past 5 games, I have been sharing some memories of Bob, going back to some of his old interviews and some of his old calls as well. And I will have another one for you coming up in the second intermission. Let's take a break. You are in the middle of the first intermission. It's the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. We'll be back. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Keep your staff connected with Motorola two-way radios from ERS OCI Wireless, like the Komets do. ERS OCI Wireless is located on Earth Drive in Fort Wayne. They're a Motorola partner providing wireless voice and data systems to public safety, education, healthcare, and enterprise customers throughout Indiana for the past 68 years. years. Reach out to ERS OCI Wireless at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584. Or online at www.ers-oci.com.
The season is officially underway as the Black Friday sales event is going on right now at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Score up to $6,000 off the award-winning 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. And trucks are selling like crazy with up to $8,000 in savings on 2017 Rams. Or check out the huge inventory of factory-backed certified pre-owned vehicles, all with massive savings. The Black Friday sales event runs all month long, so get in early to beat the stampede. Under the giant American flag on Coliseum or visit us online at glenbrookdodge.com. As American as it gets.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, Shane Albarani with you here tonight as the Komets are finally returned back home. Kansas City Mavericks were greeting them, and Kansas City got a 2-1 lead going into the second period. Komet fans, come celebrate your birthday at the Sport One Parkview Ice House. Packages are offered for skate and bounce parties. Bring the guest of honor, friends, and cake, and let their party team take care of the rest. Schedule your party today at 444-2788. And if you don't follow the Komets on Facebook and or Twitter, do that right now, because at the end of the game, you will get the Lancia Homes official game recap right after the game. Then go to LanciaHomes.com to start building your custom home today. Let's take another break. Second period coming up for you. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186, about the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Driving down the road and your car dies at the light, you know you've got to make it here, cause we can make it right. Bumping down the road, transmission's about to blow. We're the ones to fix it right, we're the name to know. Russ Moore Transmission. We're here to get you going.
If you suspect a transmission problem, come in and talk to the trusted leader in customer service for over 50 years, Russ Moore Transmission.
Russ Moore Transmission. We're here to get you going.
Call Russ Moore at 482-9414. We're on Coliseum Boulevard West and in Warsaw. Or visit us at russmore.com.
With 24 locations throughout Indiana, Ruoff Home Mortgage is proud of our hometown Komets and proud of our deep roots. For more than 30 years, our home loan experts have provided thousands of Hoosier families the best personalized mortgage experience. Home ownership begins here. Stop by any of our offices or apply online today at ruoff.com. Ruoff Home Mortgage is licensed by the Indiana DFI, license 109914. This is not an offer, an extension of credit, or commitment to lend. Equal housing lender.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, 2-1 is the score. Kansas City has got the lead. Komets one goal on the board. It belongs to Cody Soul, his first of the season. And Cody Soul, with his first goal of the season, he's also going to put another plus in the plus-minus category. And Cody Soul came into tonight's game a plus 11, and that leads the league. So even though the Komets are struggling, we've got some great stories going on. You got Cody Soul plus 11, Jason Binkley a plus 10. They're 1-2 in the league. You look at the power play, you look at the penalty kill, but we have just got to turn all of those good stats into wins. And let's do it here tonight. 2-1 is the score. We're going to period number 2. One more break. Drop the puck coming up on the other side. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Hi, Komet fans. This is head coach Gary Graham. Everyone at Texas Roadhouse would like to give a big yee-haw to the Komets and their fans for voting Texas Roadhouse as the best steak in Fort Wayne. And as a thank you, just come in and visit Texas Roadhouse on game nights and receive your complimentary blossom when you wear your favorite Komet jersey Jersey. Check out the Comet Corner at Texas Roadhouse, home of the fall-off-the-bone ribs and hearty steaks made from scratch sides, fresh baked bread, ice-cold beer, and legendary margaritas. Be there on game days with your favorite K's jersey and receive your free Blossom from the Texas Roadhouse. Go Comets.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new members to the team. Introducing the all-new Chrysler Pacifica, the only minivan to win 2017 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Also, now on the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Compass. Capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. With 707 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Comet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the difference in your next car buying experience. See the complete lineup of new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online all the time at o'danielauto.com.
The factory outlet sale at the King of Karts Superstore in Fort Wayne is going on now. Instant in-store rebates, manager specials, and other incentives available on nearly every custom golf cart on the showroom floor. King of Karts has a large custom golf car inventory built with pride right here in Fort Wayne. Gas or electric, 4- or 6-seaters, we have them in stock and ready to ride. The King of Karts Golf Car Superstore is located at 1818 Research Drive, Fort Wayne. Take the Lima Road exit 311B off I-69. King of Karts, the destination for custom golf carts in Northeast Indiana.
And now, back to Comet Hockey.
What is our score? We're going to the second period. Shane Albarani, Robbie Irons here tonight, and the puck is dropped. And the puck up along the far side after the opening faceoff belongs to Curtis Leonard. He will wheel it into the Kansas City zone. Skating 5-on-5 as we start up the second period. Puck goes behind the Kansas City net, comes upstairs to Leonard. Cross-ice pass going to go to Bobby Shea. Here's a shot blocked down. Sean Sedlowski with an opportunity, and the Mavericks get it loose and out of the zone. Curtis Leonard back up along the far side. And now Leonard will move it forward. Straight up the center of the ice. It's going to be tipped and into the Kansas City zone. Back behind the net. Big hit behind the net. Garrett Thompson lays out his man. Now Kravchenko trying to wrestle the puck up. And it's going to go into the corner. Back behind the net to Elbrecht. Elbrecht will play it along the far side. And the Mavericks get it into the Comet zone. On the far side, they're dropping it down low. Here is a centering pass broken up. McMurtry up along the near side. Here's
right
Cooper.
Front. Big save there. Hauser.
Now up along the far side, it's Marco Wall going to play it off the glass. And now it's going to be brought forward here on the left wing by McMurtry. Sends it back in the Comet zone. Comets are there. It's Binkley moving it up to Desjardins. Desjardins drops it back behind him. Here's Binkley with a shot tipped in front. It is loose, and the Mavericks get it out. All the way out to the neutral zone. It goes to Cody Soul. Soul to Waugh. He will rim it around. Parsons will come out, and he will put it into the corner. Now back. Here's Tinulin. Steals it. Centers it. Here's Soul with a chance. Shot. Save made. Soul again. Rips it. It's going to be knocked down. Loose in front, and now it's going to be pushed along the near side. Back behind the net. It is Tinulin to Desjardins. Now back to Tinulin. Comes up top of the circle. Here we go. Cody Soul slides it over. Over to Binkley. Now in the corner. Puck is tipped. Going to go to Desjardins. Couldn't get a shot off, but he gets it to Tinulin. Tinulin in the corner. Puts it upstairs to the blue line. Here is Binkley. Got a man. It's Tinulin. Now back to Binkley. Takes a shot. Save made.
Blocked
Rebound.
again.
Soul will take it in, and it's going to be blocked again. Far side to Tinulin. Pass goes behind Desjardins, and the Mavericks got the puck. And it's Nowick.
Get back, guys.
To the Comet zone. Up along the far side. Crunk comes in there. And Crunk down low to Binkley. Binkley up along the far side. Puck is going to flatten out. Come down here. Back behind the net. Here is Binkley. Now down low into the corner. The Mavericks have got it. Centering play. Going to be broken up. Coming up top of the blue line. Detzel on the far side. Going to come off the boards. Here's Sean Pauly with a chance. He's going to go down low with it in the corner. Plays it off the boards. And it's Detzel with a shot. That's going to be tipped high. Far side. Taylor Crunk has got it off the glass. And the Comets got a 2-on-1. Here's Larraza taking a shot. Missed it it high. He had Schaafsma on the left wing. It'll rim out. And here come the Mavericks. Right side, it's Quaz over the blue line. He's on sides. But Colkin, he is going to steal the puck. And he's going to put it in the Kansas City zone. 2-1 Kansas City. 16:47 to go in the second period. Puck comes in to Hauser. And Hauser puts it on the stick of Colkin. Colkin on the far side finds Jamie Schaafsma. He lost the puck, but Garrett Thompson is there. He spins around, gets it back to Schaafsma off the boards. Schaafsma couldn't handle the pass, and the Mavericks back with it. Patch Albert on the right side. He dishes backwards, and now up along the far side, and it's going to be Kravchenko. He disrupts the play, comes up along the far side. Komets get it in. It's Sean Sedlowski, and he will get it into the Kansas City zone. Here's Kravchenko up along the far side up top of the blue line. Here's a shot from Lowney. It's knocked down before it gets through to the goaltender Parsons and all the way out of the zone. Lowney picks it up from his own blue line, drops it back behind him to Colkin. Colkin will zip it up along the left side, and he's got Sean Sedlowski. Top of the circle, takes a shot, it's blocked. Now up along the near side again. It is going to be the Mavericks. They've got the puck. It's Quaz. Quaz lost it almost to Kravchenko, but he gets it back. McMurtry, right side into the Komet zone. McMurtry now stepping in with a lot of room. He comes in, takes a shot. It's going to be blocked down by Hauser on the far side. And now tied up along the near side, now into the corner. Back behind the net, Colkin gives it a poke, and the puck is going to come all the way out to Tinulin. A little too far out in front of him, and it's sent right back into the Komet zone. 15:21 to go in the second period. Hardly no whistles here in the second period.
Action, too.
It is Curtis Leonard. He will lumber forward, and he gets it to Waugh. Waugh at the blue line. Gets it over on sides. And now it's going to be tipped out of there, and it's going to go to neutral territory. Will Bobby Shea
dump it in?
Will come into the corner, chases after it. It goes back behind the net. Now up along the near side here is Cody Soul, takes a shot. Parsons will make the save.
Finally, one got through to the goaltender, was able to get a hold of it, kill the whistle, and kill the play, as they went at least 5 minutes there with no whistle and end-to-end action. Not a lot of shots on goal, a lot of possession, but nobody gets a goal out of it. Good hockey.
We'll take a break. 2-1 Kansas City. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
.41 to go in the second period. 2-1 Kansas City. And the Mavericks have got the puck. They bring it into the Komet zone. Here's a shot. Going to be knocked down. It comes in front. The Komets have got it. And Larraza goes off the boards. It's intercepted by Alex Brooks, and he will put it back into the Komet zone. Back behind the net, wheeled up along the near side, off the stick of Detzel. Tied up along the near side, comes off the glass and into the neutral zone. It is going to go to Schaafsma. Schaafsma's pass going to go behind to Binkley. He will pick it up, and he will dump it in behind the net. Zach Larraza going after it for the Komets, trying to use the point. Puck is knocked down by Garrett Thompson, couldn't control it. And now into the corner. It's Elbrecht up along the far side, runs into Kravchenko, and into the corner, Garrett Thompson. He's pinned up against the glass. Puck squirts loose, and Larraza overskates it a bit. Now it's going to come back out to Kansas City. It's Pauly, his pass into the Komet zone, intercepted by Bobby Shea. Shea puts it over onto the far side, and it belongs to Curtis Leonard. Leonard off the boards, going to be scooted into the Kansas City zone. Comes up along the far side, cross ice pass, now to Quaz. That's going to come all the way down, hit the end boards for an icing.
Whistle sender all the way back into the zone. Lines change up again for the Komets. That's the face-off will be in the Kansas City zone. 2 shots on goal in this period for the Komets. 1 shot by Kansas City. Both goaltenders have had pretty good saves on the saves they've had to make, too. A lot of block shots by the defense tonight.
While on the face-off circle, here's the drop. Goes to Tinulin right off the face-off. Save made by Parsons. Comes into the corner. Colkin comes down low. It is Desjardins. He'll take a shot. Parsons the save. Into the corner. It's Marco Wall along the far side. Comes down low. Here's Desjardins in the corner. Back to Tinulin. Tinulin trying to shake off Pauly. Comes out to Desjardins. In the slot area, it is Lowney. Couldn't get a shot off. And Kansas City will come back with the puck. Far side, 3-on-2 as they come over. Shot is going to be blocked. Lowney with a nice job up along the far side. Comes out loose to Colkin. And Colkin to the blue line. Puck rolling around. Going to go to Colkin. He plays it up along the far side. And it's going to go back behind the Kansas City net. Everybody tangled up down low behind Parsons, and here's Wall with it. Wall to the far side will take a shot. Parsons the save, and it's going to be knocked up along the far side and into the Comet zone. Hauser will have to play it. Check that. Whistle blows. 12:30 to go here in the second. 2-1. Kansas City will take another break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
What's got everyone so worked up, you ask? It's the taste of bold, decadent espresso, paired with a sumptuous layer of freshly steamed milk in flavors like vanilla, caramel, and mocha.
Ooh la la.
You can say that again. New handcrafted lattes starting at just $2.29 have arrived at your neighborhood Tim's. Taste the ooh la la side of Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, price and participation may vary by region.
This is Comet Hockey.
12:17 to go in the second period. Comets down by a goal as the Mavericks bring it up along the far side and into the Comet zone. Here's a shot. Hauser with the left pad save. Comes out, and it trickles along the far side. Jamie Schaafsma has McMurtry on him. McMurtry took the puck away from Schaafsma out to the center line, and they carry it over. Here's Cooper. Cooper on the right wing, trying to get around Larraza, coming on Hauser, and he sends it through the crease. Far side, here's Maggio. Maggio over the stick of Cody Soul. That's going to come all the way down. No icing on the play as Cody Soul takes a run at Albert back behind the net. It's McMurtry down into the corner with Garrett Thompson. Thompson lost it to McMurtry, and here come the Mavericks. Mark Cooper carries it over the line, and they're going to be offsides.
11:27 to go. Kansas City up by 1, 2-1 score. Both goals scored in the first period. 4:02 by Seoul. The power play, they tie it up at 5:54. Kansas City goes ahead at 19:23. 2-1 lead.
This game is moving right along, especially in the second period. We had a lot of penalties, 7 total in that first period between the two teams. Nothing here so far. Played 5-on-5 as Leonard will move it into the Kansas City zone off the stick of Thompson. Up along the near side. Here's Kravchenko with it. Kravchenko on the near side, looking to go to Leonard. Here's a shot save made by Parsons, allows the rebound, but it is picked up by Nowick. On the near wing. Hunter Smith will get it into the Comet zone. Comes down low. Bobby Shea taking off the play, and we have got another scrap down in the corner. Leonard. It is Leonard.
I thought he laid a pretty good body check on one of the Kansas City guys.
It's Leonard and Hunter Smith.
And Smith jumped, come after Leonard.
Smith with a couple left hands, and now Leonard with a left. Now Smith going to town on Leonard, but look at the comeback by Leonard. Yeah. But Leonard is going to go down.
And Smith's a pretty big boy. He just jumped him, and Leonard never really got his balance to go at him.
6'7", 231.
Yeah, pretty big boy. He goes to the box. They'll both get each 5 for fighting. And like I say, I thought Leonard laid a pretty good body check on the Kansas City forward. And Smith didn't like it, and that's what started the brawl right there. So we'll see if there's an aggressor, but I think they both went at it, dropped the gloves, even up.
And you think about how big Curtis Leonard did. He goes 6'3", and he dropped the gloves of the guy 6'7".
Yeah.
Wow, that's 2 heavyweights down there.
6'7's pretty big boy. Long, big reach on him, and that's exactly what he had on him. 5 each for fighting.
Kansas City's 34 Smith, Comets 10 Leonard, each 5 minutes fighting. Canapelli's 9:05.
So, 5-on-5 we skate after identical 5-minute majors for fighting for Hunter Smith and Curtis Leonard. 2-1 is the score. Kansas City still with the lead, but Kansas City has yet to reach double digits in the shots category.
Face off back in the Fort Wayne zone. Line changes by both teams as they're 5-on-5 again. 10:55 left in the period. Lots of time for goals.
Face off to the left of Hauser. And it's going to be Marco Waugh. Waugh in those 2 games against Kansas City in October had 5 points. Nothing so far here tonight. It's Tinulin up along the far side. Gives it to Desjardins. Carries it over the line. Here's Waugh. Waugh up along the far side. Lost it to Nowick. Now it's going to come out to center ice. It's going to be batted back the other direction and into the Kansas City zone. Here's Anilowski on the near side. Over to Nowick. Has a man right in front of the net.
Heads up.
And it goes back behind the net. Now Anilowski with a chance. Again, he bats it off the side of the net twice. Now back behind the net. Here's Binkley. Binkley in the corner. Plays it off the glass. And it's going to come onto the stick of Tinulin. Tinulin coming in on the goaltender. Couldn't get a shot off as it is cleared all the way down.
Waved off. No icing. Line change Komets.
Colkin has got it for the Komets. And we are halfway gone here in the second period. Puck into the corner, up along the near side in the Kansas City zone. It is Schaafsma. Schaafsma gets stood up, and it comes down into the corner. We got gloves flying around. I think Kronk wants to go. Comes down into the corner, and he's got Detzel tangled up. Detzel doesn't want to go with him. Look at Kronk. He has got a hold of Detzel's jersey, just yanking him all over the place, and Detzel doesn't want to drop the gloves.
Yeah, and Schaafsma's in the corner wrapping it up with somebody. Maggio's in there. He's banging somebody, and they're all turning around trying to get something going. But nobody in Kansas City don't want any part of these guys right now.
So the Komets are fired up. We're down by a goal, and it looks like Kronk will get a penalty here for dropping the gloves.
Yeah, probably delay a game, they'll call it.
So Kronk, some more words out there as he takes the long skate to the penalty box. 9:46 to go here in the second period. 2-1 Kansas City, and the Mavericks going on the power play. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
If you're searching for premium temporary housing, we have the affordable alternative to a short-term or long-term hotel. Are you a family or traveling business salesperson relocating to Fort Wayne? Experience premium temporary living with Corporate Housing Systems. Serving Indiana and Ohio for over 30 years, we strive to offer exceptional service and value for all of our guests. Feel at home with Corporate Housing Systems. Visit www.corporatehousinsystems.com or call 888-544-5454 today.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Well, we've dropped the gloves a couple of times here tonight, and Kronk just dropped him again, but unfortunately could not bait Detzel into dropping him alongside, so it's going to be Kronk going off. 2 minutes delay a game, probably. Still waiting for the official call. But it doesn't matter what it is. It still results in a power play for Kansas City. Kansas City 1 of 4 tonight, so this will be their 5th chance on the power play. Komets get a rare Saturday night off here in November. Off tomorrow, then back here at the Coliseum. 5 o'clock start against the Tulsa Oilers.
Yeah, we don't see them too many times into the Fort Wayne here, so should be an interesting game. 5 o'clock start on that game.
It'll be the only visit to Fort Wayne for Tulsa this year. As we get the official word on the penalty, it is delay a game on Taylor Kronk.
Face-off will go down in the Komet zone. Power play time, Kansas City. Done a good job killing them off, even though they scored one at the 5:54 mark of the first period. Still done a pretty good job of the other 4 we've had to kill off.
Kravchenko on the drop, comes into the corner, and Maggio tries to pin it up against the glass, comes loose to Albert. Now McMurtry on the far side, sneaking in, and now he comes up along the far boards. Nothing there, comes up to Albert. Albert pushes it over to Nowick. Cross-ice pass, here's a shot save made, and it's in on the rebound. Yeah. Van Wormer, number 17, will get the goal, and it is a power play goal for Kansas City, 2nd of the game.
Yeah. Shot came from the point. The goaltender, Hauser, made the save. It dropped down the crease for a split second. They had a big guy right there in the open crease. He just popped it in the net. Another power play goal. They go ahead 3-1.
9:27 to go here in the second. That was just the 12th shot on net for Kansas City tonight. They've got 3 goals, and the face-off will come out to center ice. That's Van Wormer's first of the season, 4th point of the year. McMurtry with the assist, and it is 3-1 Kansas City. Puck comes up along the far side. It's going to trickle into the Comet zone. Here's Kulkin. Kulkin goes back behind the net, plays it up along the near side, and it's going to go all the way down into the corner. Here's Tinulin. Chasing Widman off the play up along the far side. This one's going to be knocked all the way down to the Comet zone. That will be an ice.
Yeah, Kansas City with the 2-goal lead now. They're just going to keep dumping, chasing, try to work the clock a little bit right now. Is not going to take any chances and try to open this game up. So Comets got a tough job, a tough road to climb. They need a goal. Keep shooting, guys.
Face-off to the left of Parsons. 9:07 to go in the second. Puck is tied up on the dot, comes up to the blue line. Cross-ice pass going to go behind Cody Soul. He's got to peel off a little bit, and it goes into the neutral zone. Binkley off the boards and down to Widman. Widman on the far side, plays it off the glass, and now it comes to Binkley. Goes over his stick, and now into the Comet zone. That's going to be offside.
Offside at the blue line. It'll bring it back. Binkley tangled up a little bit as they break up. Linesman standing there. Face off outside the Comet zone. 8:48 to go. We're down by 2.
Face off will be just outside of the Comet blue line. Both teams will change it up a bit. And it is going to be Dennis Kravchenko on the face-off. Far side it comes. Here's Ryan Lowney. Lowney up along the left side. Detzel has got it for Kansas City. Avoids a check. Comes up along the near side. Lost it to Lowney. Now the puck goes into the Comet zone. Here's Hauser. Hauser takes it behind the net. And it belongs to Bobby Shea. Shea up along the far side. Here is Lowney. Lost an edge. Shea has to come back and help him out. Shea goes back behind the net.
Come out together, guys. Couple good passes.
Shea has got it on the far side, and he gives it up to Lowney. Lowney hits the center line, zips it in on Parsons. He will drop the puck, and he will keep the play moving. There's Anilowski along the far side. And the puck rolls into the Comet zone. Here's Lowney. Lowney up along the far side, and he is going to find the stick of Shea. Shea coming in on Parsons, going to go back behind the net. Shea taking hard off the puck, comes in here in the corner. Garrett Thompson comes in to help out. And now it's swiped back behind the net. Jamie Schaafsma goes up along the far side, and it belongs to Kansas City. Alex Brooks with it off the boards to Detzel. He will get it into the Comet zone. Coming up along the near side, here's Lowney. Lowney cross-ice pass. Going to come into the Kansas City zone. Schaafsma will chase after it, but Parsons steps in, gets in his way. Far side comes to Maggio. Maggio top of the circle, and it is Schaafsma to Kulkin taking a shot. It's blocked. Coming down low into the corner. It is Larraza. Larraza centers it, and it goes between 2 Comets and out of the zone. Kulkin and Schaafsma were both in the area, and the puck went right between them. Kulkin has got it behind the net. Goes to Larraza. Larraza on the near side. And now back out to the center line. Here's Dan Maggio, turns the corner. Brings it up along the far side and into the zone. Back behind the net, it's Anilowski. On the near side, Schaafsma gets in his way. Now McMurtry up along the near side, and it's played all the way down into the Comet zone. And that will be an icing. 6:43 to go in the second. 3-1 Kansas City. We'll be back here listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
Thank you.
Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola. Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Here is Bobby Shea, top of the circle. His shot is going to be blocked by McMurtry. 6:24 to go in the second. Comets down by a pair. Puck comes into the Comet zone. Here's Bobby Shea. Shea over to Soul. He will take a shot. That's going to be blocked. And now Soul up along the far side. Comes down into the corner. Back behind the net. Here's Desjardins. His pass is going to be blocked. Now up along the far side. Kansas City still can't get it out. Now it comes up to the blue line, and here's Cooper. Cooper along the far side. One man to beat coming in on Hauser, and it's going to be Shea getting in the way. Now Cooper has it up top of the blue line. Here's a shot, and it's going to go wide of the net. Back on the far side, it's Albert at the blue line. His shot going to be tipped wide. Cooper back after it for the Mavericks. Comes down low in the corner. Shea scoots it around the boards. Here's Garrett Thompson. Thompson off the boards. Comes up to the blue line. And now it's going to be zipped here on the near side corner. In the Comet zone, it is Tinulin. Tinulin goes down, comes up to the blue line, and all out of the zone. And here come the Comets. Garrett Thompson coming in, taking a shot, missed it high.
Got a piece of it, the goaltender.
Back on the far side in transition. Comets has numbers as Kansas City gets it across the blue line. McMurtry
offside.
He's going to be offsides as he puts it into the Comet zone.
Delayed.
5:10 to go in the second. Comets 25 shots on net, but only one goal. Up along the far side into the Kansas City zone. It is going to be pooched out of there. And here's Colkin. He will pick it up for the Comets in the corner. Up along the far side, Mavericks have got it. And now it comes up to the blue line. Comets now, Larraza. Coming in on the goaltender. Here's a shot, and Parsons got a piece of it. Back on the far side, it is going to trickle into the Comet zone, and here is Cody Soul. Soul has got it, moves it ahead, going to be tipped to Larraza. Larraza will get it over the blue line, and he will feather it into the near side corner in the Kansas City zone. Pass goes behind Sedlowski, but it's picked up. Here's a shot, and we got a penalty call. Detzel is going to be sent off. Delayed call. And now the whistle will blow, and now Sedlowski gets up in frustration, kind of retaliates on Detzel after he took him down from behind.
You get the penalty is going to be against Kansas City, so we got to keep our heads on this.
That was Larraza who got taken down.
Got a little upset. So Kansas City will go in the penalty box. Van Warmer, he'll be in there. 2 minutes for cross-checking or interference. And the Comets got to take advantage of this. 4:22 to go. Their first power play of the second period. Let's put one in, guys.
It's Detzel, 2 minutes hooking. And this is the fourth power play of the game for the Comets.
17.
Comets down by 2. 3-1 is the score. And Marco Wall on the face-offs. He will center up this power play unit for the Comets. Got Colkin and Sedlowski back at the blue line. And it comes up to Colkin. Colkin ranges to his left in the high slot. Gives it up to Kravchenko. Kravchenko on the far side comes to Tinulin. Tinulin back behind the net. Tinulin looking around. He is in the corner. A lot of space out there. Sedlowski to Colkin at the blue line. Over onto the far side. It is Kravchenko now in the corner. Return pass to Kravchenko up top to Colkin. Colkin to Sedlowski. One-timer goes wide. Picked up by Kravchenko in the corner. Coming down low to Tinulin. Tinulin skates after the puck. Comes here on the near side. Tinulin will come out to Sean Sedlowski. Now to Tinulin. Now back to Sedlowski. Left side. Coming in to the middle. And he couldn't get a shot off. And it's going to be sent down the length of the ice.
Yeah, the shot he wanted, the defenseman fell right down in front of him. He was forced to go wide and then lost the puck.
1:05 to go on the power play. As Desjardins up along the left side wheels it in. Golfed up along the far side. It is going to go out of the zone. And Maggio, he will drift back, pick it up for the Comets. And we've got under a minute to go on the power play. Maggio goes right up the center of the ice. Dishes off on the far side to Binkley. And his pass going to be interrupted and back into the Comet zone. Hauser quickly to Desjardins, plays it to Larraza, who will carry it over the blue line, takes a hip check by Albert, comes down into the corner. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Comets come out in front. Here's Larraza, couldn't get a shot off, and the Mavericks, they've got the puck, and it's feathered into the Comet zone.
20 seconds.
Hauser will stop it.
One more good rush. Come on, guys.
Here's Maggio. Out to Desjardins here on the left side. Double teamed as he gets it in to the Mavericks zone. Wheeled up along the far side by Parsons. They put it out in front. Nobody home. Comes out to Garrett Thompson. Thompson, here's a shot. And it's going to be blocked into the corner. Back up top to the blue line. And Desjardins will take a shot. That is blocked. Larraza now has it. Larraza in the corner. He is tripped up on the play. And it's going to go wide of the net. Larraza shaken up. And here we go. Maggio with a shot right on the money, and a save made. And Larraza slow and getting up.
Yep. Shot from the point. Finally, they got one on. Maggio let her go. Goaltender was able to hold on. We had Lazar hurt over here, and he got himself to the bench. And he's going to go right down the hallway into the dressing room.
Larraza not happy, throwing his glove as he goes down the tunnel. We will take a break. Kansas City 3, Fort Wayne 1. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Fort Wayne's newest Northside Sports Bar is your place to see the big games, including pro and college. Doozy Sports Bar and Grill next to Red River Steakhouse has become a fan favorite to see the best sports events with their incredible food and drink specials and wall-to-wall big flat screen TVs. Open daily 11 to 11 or later for the big games. Doozy's has daily lunch specials and is always the place to come out and watch the games. Doozy's next to Red River Steakhouse, just off I-69 at Coldwater Road in Washington Center.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Auburn.
So Zach Larraza injured on the previous play. He got tangled up with here along the near side boards down in the Kansas City zone. Didn't see exactly what happened, but he was not happy.
Yeah, he's back up out of the dressing room, so there's a penalty coming up.
And it is a 5-minute major for Kansas City.
Must have been a high stick.
Time of penalty 17:53. It's time for Hoosier Lottery Power Play.
Donnelly, 5-minute high sticking penalty. That's what sent Larraza down in the dressing room. It must have came up and cut him, and after looking at it, the linesman and referee agreed, and they came back with the penalty. So Komets with a great opportunity here to get back in this game, down by 2. The power play has not been very effective so far.
But it's a 5-minute major against Troy Dene. All right, here's the time. Let's get one here. 2:07 to go in the second. Komets down by 2. Puck is dropped in the Kansas City zone. Here's Sean Sidlowski at the blue line. Puts it over onto the stick of Culkin. Back on the far side. And it's Desjardins now dropping down low to Marco Waugh. Waugh back up along the far side. Waugh in the corner. Comes back down low. Desjardins. Komets cycling around here in the corner. Coming upstairs. Here's Sidlowski with a shot. It's blocked. And up along the near side. And it's going to be cleared all the way down. Hauser will snag it. And he will give it up to Culkin. 1:33 to go in the second period. And the Komets have got the puck and a power play. 5-minute major to Dane. So the Komets can score as many as we'd like. As Sean Sidlowski up along the near side swipes it in. It goes back behind the net up along the far side. Komets trying to get set up here with 1:14 to go in the period. Far boards, Kravchenko scoots it over to Waugh. Waugh comes down low. Here's Tinulin. Tinulin in the corner. In front of the nets. Nobody home. Coming up top of the blue line. Tracked by Sidlowski. Swipes it around.
Last minute of the period.
And here's Kravchenko on the far side. His pass tips and the Mavericks clear it out. It goes to Culkin. Culkin has got the puck. Gets to his own blue line. Skates forward with it. Carries it over the line, and he scoots it in. Comes into the corner. Culkin goes back behind the net. He is pinched off the play by Anilowski. Picked up by the Komets. It's Garrett Thompson with it. Stick handling around along the far boards. His pass is blocked by Anilowski. Now back down low to Schaafsma. Coming upstairs. It comes to Sidlowski. Now to Maggio. Maggio's pass over to Binkley. Got a man in front. It's tipped. Sidlowski with a shot. Save made. And the rebound comes in the corner. Up top, Maggio calls for it. Shot. Save made. And it's still loose. Parsons is sprawling out all over the place. Can't get to it. Up along the far side. 11 seconds to go in the period. Sidlowski moving in. Can't shoot. Got a man down low in front. Parsons with the save. And the clock stops with 5.5 seconds to go in the second.
Well, there's the best spurt the Komets have had all night. That power play of 3 good shots on goal. Sidlowski got robbed. He went top shelf. The puck hit the goaltender in the shoulder as he was going down. Then a nice play to fake take the shot, throw it across to the goal mouth, and the goaltender again slides across and makes a nice play on the winger on the far side. So right now the difference in the game is, of course, Parson right now, 28 shots on goal so far, 10 in this period, about 4 in this power play.
5 seconds to go in the second. And here's Kravchenko on the face-off. Comes up along the far side, and it clears the zone, and that will do it for the period. Well, we give up 1 goal in the second period, but we have got a big power play here. Still a lot of time left carrying over into the third period as Dane picks up a 5-minute major. 2:53 is left on that power play, but, we got to come out, get that one quickly, and then cut it down to 1.
Well, we outshoot them 10-6 in the period. Unfortunately, we get outscored 1-0 in the period. We had a pretty good power play at the end of the period there. We still got 2 minutes and 53 seconds, so they can work off the film in the dressing room right now and see what they were doing right, because they got 3 good shots on goal and just weren't able to put it past Parson. As we say, he's the difference in the period right now and the difference in the game. He's made a total of 28 saves, and Komets have had some pretty good shots on goal on him, but haven't been able to put it past him enough time. So down 3-1, still not out of this. Power play when they start the period, going to be very interesting to be able to get one then.
We are going to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. Komets down by 2. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Nelson, Mays, and Wonka. All famous Willies. But getting the Willies, it isn't fun. That creepy feeling you get when you see all your high-interest debt? Partners First Federal Credit Union has the cure for the Willies, with products that are designed to help you. Nothing brings out those Willies more than a mortgage, car loan, or high-interest credit card. Partners First can keep those Willies away. Just go to partnersfirstcu.org to get started. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community, part of your tomorrow. Partners First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. MLS number 405819.
MRIs are a valuable diagnostic tool, but they can be costly. The Community Open MRI Group can help. We have the region's lowest in-network insurance rates that are hundreds less than area hospitals. Our MRI is quiet and spacious, eliminating stress and anxiety. Remember, it's your choice where you go for your MRI. Contact the Community Open MRI Group and let us check your benefits first, with 3 convenient locations: Auburn, Decatur, and Fort Wayne.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne. Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features Max Performance Gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri. Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, where the Komets are down 3-1 going into the third period, as the Komets trying to break this 2-game losing streak. Let's take a look at what has happened so far tonight. First, our shots on goal being brought to you by Combat Ops Arena, mission-based laser tag, mini bowling, arcade, and a cafe full of food and beer. Combat Ops Arena in Fort Wayne on Lay Road, just east of Lima Road. Shots on goal in in the period. Komets had 8, Kansas City with 6, and right now the totals sit at 26 for the Komets and 13 for Kansas City. Kansas City 2 for 5 on the power play. Komets, they are 0 of 5, but we will have some carry-over penalty time as Troy Donnet picked up a 5-minute spearing major at 17:53. That also carries an automatic game misconduct. So Donnet has been tossed, and the Komets will still have some power play time left when we start the third period. Recapping the scoring, Cody Soul got us on the board first. 4:02 was the time, and it was his first of the season. Jason Binkley and Jamie Schaafsma with the assist. And 3 straight by Kansas City. First by Sean Pauley, his 5th of the season. Patch Albert and McMurtry with the assist, and it was on the power play. Widman for Kansas City, 9:22 of the first, as Nowick and Cooper with the assist, and it was 2-1 at the end of 20 minutes of play. 1 goal scored in the second period. It was Van Ormer, his first of the season. 10:33 was the time. Nowick and McMurtry with the assist, and it was on the power play. Tyler Parsons, the goaltender for Kansas City. 26 shots. He has made 25 saves. Michael Hauser has seen 13 shots, and he has made 10 saves on the night. 7,023 are on hand, and they are cheering the Komets on, hoping to come back here in the third period. Let's take a break. You are in the middle of the second intermission. Komets down 3-1. We'll be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
City Cars on Lima Road. Vehicles as low as $595. Payments starting at just $79. Dependable cars on a budget. Over 20 price under $1,000. If other dealers have turned you down, we go to work when the others say no. Big City Cars. Want a bigger deal? Get up to $5,555 more than your car is worth. And as always, if we can't beat the competitor's deal, we'll give you the car for free. Big City Cars. See dealer for complete details.
The Reuben is back at Subway with hot corned beef. Love that beef. Melted Swiss, gotta have cheese and sauerkraut. Woo! Thousand Island so creamy, all on freshly baked rice. Oh my, it's all toasted and delicious. So wrap it up. I'll take it. No, I don't need a receipt. Wrap it up. I'll take it. Oh, can I get chips and a drink? The Reuben is back for limited time at Subway. So much Reuben.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
Thank you!
Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola. Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, where our score is 3-1, and the Komets, we got to come back from behind. 2:53 is going to be left in the power play when we resume play in the third period. So we have got to have another rally here tonight. Well, coming up on Thanksgiving, it is going to be the first ever Bob Chase Memorial Game. Get your tickets for that game, as it is going to be a very special night as we celebrate the life of our beloved Bob Chase. And all during the last 5 games, I have been sharing some memories of Bob Chase with some old calls and, of course, some old interviews. So let's keep it going here tonight. Let's go back to the 1997-98 season. Here is the Fort Wayne Komets taking on the Milwaukee Admirals. Here's Bob Chase and Robbie Irons.
Cabana right now wants to go with somebody, and let's see. Hey, we got a little dance going early here.
All of 5 of them
and
now.
Look at Bishu jump in on top of somebody.
He's throwing punches all over the place, and they're trying to pull him off.
Yeah.
We got 10 players up against the boards in a real small circle, grabbing onto everybody, and Bishu is on the outside, jumping over, swinging at each other. Linesmen have got him under control now, but it all started out by, I think, Cabana and Clark colliding on the boards, and they come up talking to each other. Before you know it, they all got in there talking. Here, Cabana now back at Bouchard. Now Clark's getting involved. This thing isn't over yet.
No, not really. Whoa, and Cabana rang Clark a shot. So, the Ants got started early. They're throwing out the cards quick.
Well, they said they were going to go after him, and it's going to be a much more physical game tonight. And I guess that's about what you see when you play a home-and-home game like this, or 2 games back-to-back at home.
Bouchard going to the front of the net. He's all the way behind, taking a look around left corner. Bucci coming up the left boards. Out at the point to Peterson. Peterson cross point pass. Picked up there by Davidson. Lee up the middle. He fakes off to Bouchard. Bouchard can't play. Back to Davidson. Davidson to Peterson. Back to Bouchard. Oh, a time. Score! Great Peterson. What puck movement. The puck, Fenton's got it. Now Fenton gets away from Curry one more time. Fenton still got, look out. Kravchenko came far board. Dueling can't dig it up. And now they come back into the corner. Harder's got it. Now sends it deep on the play. Where Fenton at the side of the net can't get it. Dueling up the middle. It's blocked. Here's another. Oh, what a save that time. Richardson can't get by Ritchie, who drives him right off the play and jams him into the board. Off behind the net. Richardson starts back up ice for Fort Wayne. Ritchie on his way. Give it to him. Yes. Here we come down in front of the net. Oh, Taylor, just a bouncing puck, couldn't handle it. Down they go across the front of the goal mouth. It's turned all the way back in the Fort Wayne zone. Turned wide on the net. The Komets are back again. Armstrong all the way to center to Halverson. Halverson's lead pass goes to Weingartner. Weingartner into the zone. And players go score!
Take it. Weingartner lets the shot go. Deflected off the zone defenseman. Went up and threw towards you. Caught the top shelf. Komets tie it in the opening up night. Finally got him a goal. They kept the pressure on through the puck of the net. Finally, Weingartner gets a break, a deflected shot. Komets tie it 2-2.
The fellow said to me last week, are they going to change the rules and put the net in the corner? Oh, score! Bouchard from the faceoff.
Fooled everybody right there. The puck was dropped. Quick shot. And through the goaltender towards you. Komets take a 3-2 lead.
That was the legendary Bob Chase on a call here at the Coliseum between the Fort Wayne Komets and the Milwaukee Admirals back in the 97-98 season. Doesn't get any better than that. Still gives me the chills. Bob, we miss you every day. I know I think about you every day. The Bob Chase Memorial Thanksgiving Day game is coming up next Thursday. Please get your tickets to that one. It is going to be a celebration. Let's take a break here during the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. Komets are down 3-1. Let's step aside. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
The destination is yours with Excursions Trailways Motor Coach Company. Excursions Trailways operates trips from Indiana and Ohio to destinations in the continental U.S. and Canada. Excursions is the proud official motor coach provider of the Komets, Tin Caps, IPFW, and St. Francis. They provide excellent customer service and clean, well-maintained coaches with courteous professional drivers. Choose your destination and give Excursions a call at 260-485-6167 or visit them on the web at excursionstrailways.com. Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, our score is 3-1. Kansas City has got the lead over the Fort Wayne Komets. Let's take a look at the Meijer out-of-town scoreboard tonight, and we have got a situation in Moline, Illinois tonight in the Quad Cities. The Tulsa Oilers were playing the Quad City Mallards tonight. The game was 2-1 when the game was suspended at 12:08 remaining in the second, and that game has now been postponed. The Tulsa Oilers were going to be in town to play the Fort Wayne Komets on Sunday, but their head coach, Rob Murray, former Komet, he suffered a medical emergency on the bench, and that is the reason for that game now being postponed. 2-1 is the score. Again, 12:08 to go in the second between the Tulsa Oilers and the Quad City Mallards. Keep our thoughts in the hearts of Rob Murray and his family, former Komet. We've got a situation there. I'm sure details are to come. Recapping the scores here tonight, we've got some games that have gone final, starting with Greenville and Orlando. The Swamp Rabbits, they have got a win. 4-1 is the final score. It is Worcester 2 and Manchester 1. That game has gone final. 6-2 is our final score between the Wheeling Nailers and the Norfolk Admirals. The Nailers with the win there. The Brampton Beasts, they get a victory over the Reading Royals, 3-1. In the third period, the Florida Everblades 5, the Jacksonville Icemen 3, 6:27 to go in the contest. 6-2, the Indianapolis Fuel looks like they are going to cruise to a win over Kalamazoo tonight. 2:54 to go in the third. It's a final down in Cincinnati. The Toledo Walleye, they make it another win, 6-2 over the Cincinnati Cyclones. And then we have got a 1-0 game between Utah and Colorado. That game just done with one period of play. And then the Idaho Steelheads 1-0 over the Rapid City Rush. They are through the first period. Don't forget the simple savings you get with Meijer M-Perks digital coupons and rewards. Sign up today at mperks.meijer.com. Let's take one more break, and we will have the third period coming up. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
This is what it sounds like when real people guess which truck brand offers best-in-class V8 towing and best-in-class HD horsepower.
I go Ram. I would put it on Ford.
And this is what it sounds like when real people learn it's Chevy with the Silverado 1500 and Silverado 2500 HD.
Yeah, Chevy.
Chevy, the only truck brand that offers choice without compromise. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer. Silverado 1500 class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds GVWR. When properly equipped with available 6.2-liter engine. Silverado HD with available 6.6-liter Duramax diesel engine.
Welcome to Tim Hortons. What can I get for you two?
I'll take a latte.
Ooh la la. Since when do you drink lattes?
Since Tim's introduced handcrafted lattes, using freshly ground premium espresso beans, water heated to exacting precision, and sumptuously steamed milk forming a velvety blanket of delicious foam.
You better make that 2 lattes.
Introducing new handcrafted lattes, starting at $2.29 from your neighborhood Tim Hortons. Taste the ooh la la side of Tim's. At participating U.S. restaurants, price and participation may vary by region.
Knob Brick Company carries hundreds of styles of brick, literally something for every taste. With the change in the seasons, it's good to know that Knob also offers a wide variety of fireplaces, many of them Heat and Glow's finest, to add style to your home and warm it up on those cold evenings. They can even put a Heat and Glow insert into your existing fireplace to make it more efficient. Be sure to check out their fireplace showroom for some design ideas. Knob Brick is located on Fort Wayne's north side, not far from the Spies Fieldhouse. For a great Heat and Glow fireplace or that perfect brick for your home, see Knob, N-O-B, Knob Brick.
O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new members to the team. Introducing the all-new Chrysler Pacifica, the only minivan to win 2017 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Also, now on the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Compass. Capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. With 707 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Comet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the difference in your next car buying experience. See the complete lineup of new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meijer, or online all the time at o'danielauto.com.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
All right, here we go. Third period. Shane Albarani, Robbie Irons here. We have got some power play time, and we are down by 2. Puck comes into the Comet zone. Here is Bobby Shea back behind the net. Comets have got 2:41 to go. And it is going to be Bobby Shea up along the far side. They carry it in to the Mavericks zone. Comes down low. Now up along the far side, poked aside. Here's Sean Sidlowski. Gives it up to Waugh. Waugh over to Shea. Now return pass. Here he comes. Sidlowski. Shot. And a save made by Parsons.
Well, that one got through anyways. Stats last period. 30 tries on goal. 15 of them were blocked. 10 got through, and the other ones missed the net. So a lot of block shots by the Kansas City defense. And that's sort of been the help the goaltender needs all the time, as they only actually got 10 shots on goal and no goals from it. So power play still going, 2:21. Keep shooting on them, guy.
Face off to the right of goaltender Tyler Parsons. 19:28 to go in the third. Still 3-1 Kansas City. And the puck comes up along the far side to Tinian. Tinian tries to get it to Desjardins, and it's going to be cleared down the length of the ice all the way down, and it's going to be Hauser to stop it. Hauser throws it here on the near side, and now it goes back behind the net. And it's going to be lost to Sean Pauly. Pauly goes back behind the net, being chased by Bobby Shea. Pauly back behind the net, setting up with a lot of room. Comes along the far side. Doesn't have any help out there. We've got 4 Comets chasing Pauly. And now the puck comes loose, and it's going to go to Waugh. Waugh to Shea, carries over the blue line, dishes off to Desjardins, taking a shot. Save made by Parsons.
Well, they've got 2 shots on goal, but nobody in front. Parsons made 2 pretty easy saves as the Comets are coming out shooting. Still 1 minute and 40 seconds of power play time. Fresh line out there, face off in the Kansas City zone. We need to get somebody in front. Let it get through as a screen.
Still 1:40 to go in the 5-minute major for Spearing to Troy Dane, who picked that up at the end of the second period. Puck is dropped, and here's Jason Binkley. Binkley to Garrett Thompson. Thompson here on the near side, goes down low, pass is tipped, comes to Larraza, who is on the receiving end of that spear, comes in the corner, and here comes Thompson. Scores!
They break they wanted. Thompson tried to pass the puck across the goal mouth, and I think it hit the defenseman and went in the net. We get the power play goal. That's what we need. Get it started. 127.
Comets making a 1-goal game, and the good news is that power play time is going to stay up on the scoreboard because it was a 5-minute major to Dane, so we still have power play time. 31st shot of the game goes in.
We'll have to see if Thompson got the goal or whether it was the Kravchenko.
We see Thompson coming in. I think it was Kravchenko as the puck came off the goaltender. We'll get the word here on the goal.
Comet goal. It's a power play goal, his 3rd of the season, scored by number 24, Denis Kravchenko. Assisting on the goal, number 48, Garrett.
And we are going to get a roughing call called against the Comets. Garrett Thompson is going to be sent off. Or no, I think it might go on the goaltender, Hauser. So the final 1:14 left on that major to today is going to be gone. And it's going to give Kansas City a power play.
Well, it'll be a minute 14 seconds. They'll play 4-on-4. Then the power play will come off. Face-off will be in the Comet zone right now. And we'll have to see who got the penalty. 41, which is the
goaltender, Michael Hauser. So we're down by a goal. 3-2 is the score. So the next goal is going to be huge. Whoever scores it goes back behind the net. Here's Bobby Shea. Shea is going to go after it on the far side. Now, right up the middle of the ice, it's Shea. Got it poked away. Cooper comes away with it. Cooper up along the far side. Gets cut off by Ryan Lowney. Back behind the net. Played up along the near side. And it is going to be Sean Sidlowski. Touch pass over to Schaafsma. And he had the puck taken away. Skating 4-on-4 here. Alex Brooks with it. Brooks will go over the line. And now back into his own zone. Mark Cooper on the left wing. Runs into Jamie Schaafsma. Now to Jason Binkley. on the far side. And here we go. Schaafsma coming in on the goaltender. His shot is blocked. Tries to put it back in. Goes off the side of the net. Up top it comes. Here's Cody Soul to Binkley. Top of the circle. Dropping down low. Here's Binkley with a chance. And it goes to Schaafsma. We got a penalty called. And it is going to be on Kansas City. Binkley has got it up top to Soul. Soul in the high slot. Ranging to his left. Gives it up to Sedlowski to the blue line. It creeps over. It's a delayed call. Michael Hauser is off. Extra attacker on for the Komets. Cody Soul over the line, but he's offsides. So that will take care of the 45 seconds left on Hauser's roughing penalty.
Slashing.
And then the Komets will have another power play.
Number 9, Pauly going over. Yeah, Pauly will be in the penalty box for the Kansas City, and we'll be 4-on-4 for 45 seconds.
We have an update on Coach Rob Murray from Tulsa. He mentioned during the intermission that a medical emergency on the bench caused the postponement of Tulsa's game with Quad City tonight. And play-by-play announcer John Peterson has tweeted out that Coach Murray is in an ambulance with John, and he is alert and communicating. So we're going to keep our thoughts with former Komet Rob Murray, as hopefully he'll be okay to make his way to Fort Wayne on Sunday with the rest of his team. 16:54 to go in the third. We are skating 4-on-4. Komets are down by a goal. And here's Detzel across the blue line. Comes up along the far side. In the Komet zone, it's Albert. Albert will rim it around. It goes back behind the net on the far side. And up top to Detzel. Here's a shot. It's going to be blocked. And it comes out to the Komets. Bobby Shea. Shea to Tinulin. Back on the far side. And it's Tinulin, top of the circle. He tries to drop it back. Intercepted. Kept in by Lowney. And now it is power play time for the Komets. Comes out in front. Oh, the goaltender had no idea where it was.
Minute of power play, Komets.
Binkley cannot stop the puck. It's going to be sent down to Hauser. Hauser will stop it. It goes back behind the net. And it is going to be Maggio with the puck to Binkley. Now back to Maggio. Maggio can't get it over the blue line. Now he is able to get it up along the near side. Comes out in front of the nets. And it's going to be sent down. Van Wermer will throw it down. And it's going to be grabbed by Hauser. Hauser to Binkley. Binkley on the far side gets to the blue line. Binkley up along the far boards. Gets it into the zone. Here's Maggio with a shot. Save made. It's loose. And it comes up top. Maggio hangs onto it. Maggio to his left. Back on the far side, it's Kravchenko. Back to Maggio. Maggio sets up Binkley. Coming down low. Another pass. It is Larraza. Larraza coming up along the near side. Larraza now creeping in. Goes through the crease. Wide. Far side to Kravchenko. 6 seconds to go on the power play. Down low. Komets have it. It is Thompson. Gets hit from behind.
All even. 5-on-5.
And up top the blue line. Look out. Pauly coming out of the penalty box. He's going to come in on Hauser. One man to beat. Binkley takes him off the play. Nice hustle by number 4. And here's Maggio. And into the Komets, or the Kansas City zone, it's Larraza comes off the boards, and now the Komets trying to get a line change. Into the Kansas City zone. Pass sent forward up along the left wing. It's McMurtry. And it's going to come in the Komet end. Here's Bobby Shea. Back up along the far side. It is Crunk. Crunk lost the puck to Nowick. Up to the blue line now. The Komets trying to wrangle it. And they do. It's Sean Sedlowski. Sedlowski over the blue line. Gets pinched off the play. He goes back behind the net. Here's Crunk. Takes a rub from behind. Now it's a loose puck in the corner. McMurtry gets to it first. McMurtry wheels it around. Here's Bobby Shea on the near side. Up top. One-timer save made by Parsons.
Right on the net. That time Sedlowski had good wood on it. He was out a little further than he wanted to be. And the goaltender, Parsons, down low, made the save. No rebound on the play.
Komets out shooting Kansas City 33-13.
Yep. 5 shots on goal in this period. None by Kansas City in this period. So we've had some pressure, but we've had the power play. We've scored a goal. Kravchenko at his 3rd of the season from Thomas at 1:27 of the period. Power play goal.
7,023 are on hand here tonight as the Komets come away with the puck. Here is Waugh. Goes back behind the net. Tries to set up in front. And it's broken up. Coming up to the blue line, it's Breton. Breton has got the puck, and it is going to be sent into the Comet zone. Comes in the corner up along the far side. Here is Pauly back behind the net. Sean Pauly gets tangled up with Wall and Culkin. Back on the far side. Schaafsma gives it a jab. Comes down to Marco Wall. Wall in the corner. And now up along the far side to Schaafsma. Schaafsma kicks it clear. Tinulan, we got a race for it. Tinulan comes down in the corner. No icing. Him and Albert come together. Now Max Brooks back behind the net. Far side.
That's the net.
Here's a shot and right in the glove of Parsons.
Shot from a bad angle, but was on the net. Parsons made the glove save, no rebound, and that'll get time to change up the lines. 13:20 to go. Whirling down by 1, 3-2.
Face off in the Kansas City zone. Skating 5-on-5. And the face-off to the right of Parsons.
Komets back at it again on Sunday. Tulsa here in town at 5 o'clock.
And Kravchenko on the face-off. Into the corner. It is played. Detzel comes up along the near side, and it's going to drift into the Comet zone where it belongs to Cody Soul. Soul goes back behind the net looking for Binkley. It's broken up. Now comes down low into the corner. It's Van Wormer. Van Wormer centers it. Here's a shot. Save made by Hauser. Got the blocker on it, and it's going to go out of play. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
ERS OCI Wireless is the official radio provider for the Fort Wayne Komets. ERS OCI Wireless is a Motorola partner in Fort Wayne providing wireless voice and data systems that allow organizations across Indiana to operate their business more efficiently. Reach out to ERS OCI Wireless at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584 or online at www.ers-oci.com.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
12:50 to go in the third period. Komets down by 1. 3-2 is our score. Puck up along the far side. It belongs to the Komets. They will get it into the Mavericks end. Here's Larraza chasing after it. Here's Dan Maggio. Comes up along the near side, right in front. Parsons juggled it, but he's able to keep it out. Up along the near side, it is Larraza. Larraza up along the far boards now. Gets around McMurtry, and he will get it deep in the Kansas City zone, and the Komets will change. Comes off the boards, comes up to the blue line, and out of the zone. On the far side, it is going to be rimmed in. Oh, takes a funny hop, comes all the way out. Here's a shot by Tinulan, and it's going to be knocked aside. Here's Lowney. Lowney taking a shot. Save made by Parsons. Well, even the boards and the stanchions are trying to give us help here tonight. That's the second time.
Yeah, bounced off and come right out in front. Goaltender went behind to play it. Empty net for a second, but no bounce for the Komets in front. Line changes by both teams.
We stay 3-2. Kansas City with the lead. Komets had the lead at 1-0 back in the first period, but then Kansas City rattled off 3 straight.
2 power play goals out of those 3, so that's the difference right now. Komets get the power play goal at 1:27 of the third to cut it to 3-2.
Kravchenko on the face-off with Pauly. Goes to Garrett Thompson. His shot is blocked, tied up on the circle now. Now Sean Sadlowski trying to get out. He's got it in front. Oh, he had a man. It was Thompson. And a save made by Parsons. Coming up along the near side, it is Garrett Thompson again. Thompson in the corner. Spins around. Pauly coming in, takes a shot. It goes through the crease. Up along the far side. Albert can't get it loose. Comes along the far boards. And now it is brought forward into the Comet zone, but Lowney is there. Sends it ahead. Comes off the stick of the Comet defender. Now it's at the blue line. Now it's Breton. Breton will bring it into the Comet zone and into the corner. He's checked from behind by Lowney. Comes down low. And it's going to be Garrett Thompson who will flip the puck forward. And now brought down at the center line for Detzel. Detzel will go backwards with it. Gives it to Albert. Now return pass to Detzel. He will drift backwards. He'll go right behind his own nets. With 11:09 to go in the third. Played forward and back into the Comet zone. That'll hit the end boards. That's an icing call. 11:04 to go in the third. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo. Face off to the left of Parsons. And it comes up top of the circle. Here's a shot that's going to be zipped wide. Far boards to Cody Soul. Off the stick of Tinulan. Now here's Waugh. Waugh in the corner. And out to Binkley, and it's going to clear the zone, and Soul goes back for the Komets. Here's Cody Soul, far side, trying to go down the middle to...
Missed him with the pass.
Desjardins, and it was just a little bit too tall. Good idea.
Yeah, Desjardins was breaking. Soul saw him, threw it right up the center. He might have got a piece of it, but it went by him. And down the corner it went. The icing call will bring it all the way back.
Face off will go to the left of Michael Hauser. Here's Waugh on the face-off. And here's a shot that's going to be blocked, and that will get into the screen.
That'll give the Komets a chance to change the lines. They wanted to change them. Couldn't do it with the icing call, so the line change will pull 5 guys for the Komets as they come over the bench. Face-off stays in the Komet zone.
Same spot as before. But this time it's going to be Kravchenko. Puck is dropped. And it comes up along the far side. And it's going to be tipped. And all the way into the zone. It comes up along the far boards. And Dan Maggio shakes his man off the play. It's going to go to Leonard. Leonard will take a shot. And it's going to be knocked down before it got to Parsons. Now sent forward up along the left side, and now here's McMurtry with a shot and a save made by Hauser. Back in the corner, Cooper plays it out to Detzel. Detzel far side, avoids a poke check from Larraza. Can't get around the second one, but a penalty is going to be called.
Up, who's going to get that? Larraza, I believe. Got the stick up on the man. It went right underneath him and caught him.
Sticking.
And going to be a high sticking penalty.
10:05 to go in the third. Power play time coming up to Kansas City. 3-2 Kansas City. They've got the lead. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum, located across from the Memorial Coliseum, is the official home of the Komets. Whether it's a corporate meeting to large wedding receptions or just a getaway weekend, the Holiday Inn has you covered. Event space in the Holiday Inn can hold up to 300 people, and with 151 guest rooms, the Holiday Inn is ready to meet your personal or business needs. With a highly trained staff at the Holiday Inn, you can count on things being done right. Contact the Holiday Inn at the Coliseum to schedule your event today at 260-579-9135.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Well, we've got to kill off another one. 3-2 is our score. Kansas City with the lead. And Zach Larraza is off for high sticking. This is the 6th power play of the game for Kansas City. Mavericks go behind their own nets, and now they play up along the far side. Now brought down the middle of the ice, and it's going to be broken up by Garrett Thompson coming in on the goaltender, and he draws him out, goes back behind the net, tries to put it out in front, penalty called. It's going to be Cody Soul with a shot, knocked down. It's front. Desjardins, puts it in. Garrett Thompson, and the Komets have tied it.
Either Thompson or Desjardins, either one of them, 14 or 48. We'll have to see. A delayed penalty was being called, and it will be credited to as a shorthanded goal as the Komets tie it up at 10:49.
And that brings the crowd to their feet with 9:11 to go in the third. The shot came from Desjardins. Garrett Thompson was right there. Let's see if he's the one who did bat it in. No, they're going to give it to Desjardins.
Yeah. We'll take it. Komets tie it up. They worked hard for that. They got Kansas City on the run there. Got it back to the point. Cody Soul let the shot go. Got blocked. But Garrett Thompson got a piece of it. Got it to Desjardins. And he was able to bang the rebound in.
Second of the season for Desjardins. Now we have got a big powwow going on right at center ice. So the goal will count. Let's get the word.
Second of the season, scored by number 14, Gabriel Desjardins. Assisting on the goal, number 48, Garrett Thompson. And number 44, Cody Soul. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 49 seconds. Komet shorthanded goal scored by 14 Desjardins, as that's 48 Thompson and 44 Soul at 10:49.
Well, not sure what the discussion is. Everybody, we got all the Kansas City Mavericks out there at center ice talking to Jamie Schaafsma and the officials. And now
they're over talking to Graham and explain to him what's going on. The only problem is they're not going to explain it to us. So we'll just have to wait and see what information we can get from it. But all players standing around talking about something.
So Zach Larraza is still in the penalty box. So it's still power play time for Kansas City.
Yeah, it was going to be a delayed penalty on the call. Maybe they're arguing that the defenseman or somebody touched the puck and the whistle should have gone, but it never went, and we ended up getting the goal. Tie score, 3-3, 10-10 to go.
Komets looking to take their first lead since we had it in the first period at 4:02. Over 7,000 here tonight. They're now on their feet as Kansas City brings it into the Komet zone. Wheeled around. Here's Bobby Shea in the corner. Now it goes back behind the net. And it's Mark Cooper. Cooper along the far side. Cooper gives it a look. And now spins around. Still Kansas City on a power play here. As it's Brooks. Cross-ice pass. On the far side. Up top it comes. Here's Anilowski. His shot is going to be blocked by Hauser. Hauser lost his stick there for a moment. Now it goes back behind the net. Here's Leonard. Leonard will scoop it up, and he will send it down the length of the ice.
Komets change on the fly. Comes Kansas City up the ice.
6 seconds to go in the power play. They quickly bring it into the Komet zone. Far side. Crunk getting in there. Now it goes back behind the net.
5-on-5.
Up along the near side wall. Komets get to it. Larraza will give it to Crunk. They cross over the blue line, and here we come. It's Kravchenko with a shot. Save made. Parsons.
Yep.
And that will get us down to a timeout here in the third period. We are tied at 3. We'll be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Fort Wayne's newest Northside Sports Bar is your place to see the big games, including pro and college. Doozy Sports Bar and Grill next to Red River Steakhouse has become a fan favorite to see the best sports events with their incredible food and drink specials and wall-to-wall big flat screen TVs. Open daily 11 to 11 or later for the big games. Doozy's has daily lunch specials and is always the place to come out and watch the games. Doozy's next to Red River Steakhouse, just off I-69 at Coldwater Road in Washington Center.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Auburn.
We have got a tie game here at the Coliseum. Back and forth game as the Komets, both teams actually trying to break a 2-game losing streak. The Komets dropped one yesterday morning to Toledo by a score of 6-3. Looking to get things going again here in front of 7,023 at the Coliseum. Komets back at it on Sunday against Tulsa. 5 o'clock is the start time. We still got 7 minutes and 52 seconds to go in regulation here tonight. And the face-off coming off the timeout will be down in the Kansas City zone. We are skating 5-on-5.
8 shots for the Komets, 3 for Kansas City. Komets has resulted in 2 goals, a power play goal and a shorthanded goal. So we'll credit the effort there on special teams.
Face off to the left of Parsons, and it comes up to Binkley, who will take a shot. He's going to miss it on the short side. Far boards, Cody Soul goes down low to Taylor Crunk. Back on the far boards, and it's going to be knocked out of there by Brenton and out of play.
Kansas City flipping the puck up in the air. Well, landed in the Komet bench. Whistle goes back and brings the face-off back into the Kansas City zone. Komets change up the lines again. Quick line changes right now.
Face off to the right of Parsons, and it's Jamie Schaafsma drawing the assignment on the drop with McMurtry. Up top far side, Culkin with a shot. That's blocked. And now it comes up to the blue line. McMurtry has got it. He will float it into the Komet zone and into the corner. It's going to go back behind the net. Nowick and Culkin down there. Lowney in there as well. And it comes out to the captain, Jamie Schaafsma. Schaafsma with a backhander out of the zone. It is going to be brought to the blue line and sent back the other direction. to Culkin. Culkin back in his own zone. Sends it forward. Here's Waugh catching up to the puck here on the near side in the Kansas City zone. Wheels it around. Comes back below the goal line and into the near side corner. Tangled up. And now back into the corner. Loose puck. Tinulin gets in there. A diving Marco Waugh tries to get it loose. Tinulin coming out in front of the net trying to get it to Desjardins. Into the corner. Far side. Tinulin. Tinulin comes up top of the blue line over the stick of Lowney. And the Komets got to get back on sides. Cross-rink pass. It's going to go to Desjardins, but the Komets are going to be offsides.
Quick pass up the ice. Just couldn't get over the blue line with the puck as the Komets busted in. Face-off will come outside. The line change again by both teams this time. Everybody staying fresh. 6:37 to go. We got a tie score. Komets 2 big goals in this third period here to tie her up.
Kravchenko on the drop with Sean Pauley. And it comes into the Kansas City zone. Widman back on the far side, and that is going to be all the way down into the Komet zone. Picked up the ice on the play. Kansas City's got it. Here's the shot, and a save made by Hauser. That was Justin Brenton with the opportunity. All the way up top to the blue line. Now here on the near wing, and now sent back into the Komet zone. Back behind the net, Hauser will jab at it, and he sends it up along the far side. That's going to be tipped up high off the glass, and it's Garrett Thompson. Can't get to it now on the far side. Here's a shot. Hauser will make the save. Going to come all the way out of the zone. It's going to be ground by Widman, and he will get it into the Komet zone one more time. Curtis Leonard has got the puck, gives it up to Shea. Shea spins around, and he finds Leonard on the far side. Now it's tipped into the Kansas City zone. It's going to go back behind the net. And Anilowski far side. Here's a quick shot. As Cody Soul, he snuck in there, got the puck, and he blasted one on Parsons, but he makes the stop.
Yeah, sloppy play by the by the Kansas City defense. Fired it off the board. Cody Soul jumped in a hurry and let a one-timer go right on the net. Parsons had to be sharp on that play.
Face-off will be to the right of Parsons. And the puck is dropped, and it comes into the corner. Patch Albert up along the far side. Komets hang on to it. It's Binkley. Binkley rims it around. Here's Maggio. Plays it up along the near side, and they're trying to go up to the point, but it's going to be picked off, and the Mavericks get it out. Larraza got a piece of it. Elbrecht back for Kansas City. Now Elbrecht will play it up along the near side, and now back into the Komet zone. And it's going to go to Cody Soul. Soul to Schaafsma. Cut off on the play. Now it's Maggio's turn with it. Maggio in the corner. Turns the corner. Now he brings it up ice, coming up along the near side. Into the Kansas City zone. Cody Soul will catch up to it up along the far boards. Kicked out of there, and it belongs to Kansas City. It's Van Wormer. Back into the Komet end. We're tied at 3, under 5 to go in the third. Here's Cooper into the Komet zone. He's held up on the play, and it's going to be grabbed by the Komets. It's Waugh. Waugh playing it up along the boards. He's cut off by McMurtry, and the puck comes into the corner. McMurtry pushes Waugh off the play. Here's Cooper back to McMurtry. Back below the goal line. Loose puck in the corner now, and the Mavericks have got possession in the Komet end. Here's Cooper going down low again. Cody Soul is there for the Komets. He finds Tinulin. Tinulin up on the near side. He gets it loose, and here's Desjardins. Desjardins up along the near side. Looking for someone. Got a man in front. Tinulin trying to pick a spot. Goes back behind the net. Tinulin gets chased by Quaz. The puck is taken off of his stick. Tinulin trying to do a little bit too much up along the far side, and it is going to be brought right to the Komet blue line. Now it's going to be sent in with under 4 to go in the third. Back on the far side, it's Garrett Thompson. Gives up the puck. It's Tinulin here on the near side. Batted back the other direction. Kravchenko back for the Komets. His pass is going to be broken up. And now sent back into the Komet zone. It's Brenton. Brenton will take a shot. Save made by Hauser. We'll take a break. Tied at 3. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Big City Cars on Lima Road. Vehicles as low as $595. Payments starting at just $79. Dependable cars on a budget. Over 20 price under $1,000. If other dealers have turned you down, we
We go to work when the others say no.
Big City Cars.
Want a bigger deal? Get up to $5,555 more than your car is worth. And as always, if we can't beat the competitor's deal, we'll give you the car for free.
Big City Cars.
See dealer for complete details.
And now, back to Comet Hockey.
3:32 to go in the third period. We're tied at 3. The Mavericks have got the puck in the Comet zone. They put a quick shot on Hauser, and he will make the save.
Yeah, not taking any chances right now. Everybody's going to hold on to that puck, wait for a clean draw, try to get it back to their man, come out of their own zone evenly. So no sloppy plays around the net right now.
37-18. That's the advantage. Shots on goal. Comets over the Mavericks.
Yeah, 9-5 shots on goal this period, but we've got ourselves 2 goals from it. Face-off in the Comet zone. Schaafsma in there to take the draw.
Nowick on the face-off. And the puck is dropped and into the corner. Played up along the near side and out of the Comet zone. Dan Maggio over to Schaafsma. He takes a shot. It goes wide. Far side. Larraza will put it back in. And it's going to come all the way on the near side and out of play.
Kansas City whipping it around the boards, trying to get it out of the zone. That time up and over the glass it went. Face-off will stay in the Kansas City zone. Line change Comets, both teams. 3:13 to go. Comets need another one to win this game. Come on, guys.
Face-off to the right of Parsons, and it's Kravchenko to take the drop. Kravchenko and Nowick. And Nowick wins it, comes in the corner. Albert will chop at it. That's going to go out of play. Let's see if it's going to be untouched. Yep. Albert's going to pick up a penalty.
Yeah, they're going to call it.
And Albert will go off. 2 minutes delay of game. And Albert pleading his case.
Yeah.
Not a good time to take that call, obviously.
Yeah, he had plenty of time to come around the net and make a proper pass. He chopped it up the boards, and it just took off on him. Up and over the glass it went. Comets back on power play. 3:10 to go in the game. Power play Comets. Let's go, guys.
Face off to the right of Parsons. And here's Sean Sidlowski up top of the blue line. Bobby Shea back to Sidlowski. Coming down low. Here's a man in front. Oh, Wally fanned on it. Coming up along the near side to the blue line and out. And here is Desjardins. Desjardins to Tinulin. Now far side to Desjardins with 1:40 to go in the power play. Tie game. As Desjardins will get it into the Kansas City zone. It goes back behind the net. Played up along the near side. Here's Shea. Shea taking his man off the plate. Tinulin has got it. Back to Sidlowski in the slot. Here's a shot. Save made by Parsons.
Going for the top shelf again. Parsons just snatched it out of the air. Nice glove save. Sidlowski from about 25 feet out. Got the shot he wanted. Couldn't put it past him. 1:22 in power play time. Comets. Line change. Fresh troops in there. Face-off still in the Kansas City zone.
Face-off to left of Parsons. Garrett Thompson on the drop. Thompson and Pauly, they square up. And here's the puck drop. It's going to come into the corner. Detzel lost it to Larraza. Larraza in the corner. Garrett Thompson comes in to help out. Now it's Larraza up top to Binkley. Here's Maggio. His shot is going to be blocked. Comes into the corner. And everybody looking for it here along the near side. Here's DiMaggio back on the far boards. Here's a shot. It's going to be tipped. Goes back behind the net. Garrett Thompson. Thompson wheels it around with 1 minute to go on the power play. Kravchenko comes down low to Garrett Thompson. Gets tangled up with Detzel. Now to Kravchenko. Kravchenko in the corner. Far side. Plays it up top. And Kravchenko will take it. It's going to be blocked. Back down low in the corner. Kravchenko now eyeing it again. Will take it. It's blocked. Kravchenko gets it back. Uses the point. Oh, a little bit too far out in front of Binkley and out of the zone. 35 seconds to go in the power play. 1:42 to go in regulation. It is Maggio. Drops it off. Poke checked away. And Binkley has to come back out to help. Up along the near side. Comets trying to get it back in for one more rush. We have got 19 seconds to go in the power play. Here is Sean Sidlowski. Finds Binkley. Binkley Binkley coming in, couldn't get around the D-man who is back. Widman plays it off the boards, and Shea has got it with 9 seconds to play in the power play. Sedlowski along the far side looking for Bobby Shea. It's tipped, and Shea is tripped up. Fans want a call. Comes up to the blue line.
All even, 5-on-5.
Tinulin in front. Coming in, shoots, and it goes wide. Back on the far side. 1 minute to go. The Komets can't keep it in.
Tinulin thought he had him beat.
Tinulin had the game on his stick. Now up along the near side. Tinulin again. Spins around. Artie looking for someone to give it to. Pinned up against the glass. Looking for some help. Tinulin back on his feet. He's got the puck along the near side. Look at the moves by Tinulin. He lost it. Comes up to the blue line, and Bobby Shea back for it. Shea out to Sedlowski. 35 seconds. Gets it back to Tinulin. Tinulin up along the near side. Runs in to Widman. And now Sedlowski trying to take him off the puck. Comes out, and it's Leonard. Can't get to it. Just going to creep over the line. 22 seconds to go. And here is Shea. He will rim it around. Komets chase after it. Up top, and it goes through 2 Komets and out of the zone. 13 seconds to go. We're tied at 3. And it belongs to Cody Soul. Soul to Maggio. Maggio taking a shot. It is blocked. 3 seconds up top of the blue line and all the way out. And that is it for regulation. We're going to overtime. Tied at 3. We'll be back here listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
The Reuben is back at Subway with hot corned beef. Love that beef. Melted Swiss, gotta have cheese and sauerkraut. Woo! $1,000 so creamy, all on freshly baked rice. Oh my, it's all toasted and delicious. So wrap it up. I'll take it. No, I don't need a receipt. Wrap it up. I'll take it. Oh, can I get chips and a drink? The Reuben is back for limited time at Subway. So much Reuben.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
So we have skated to a stalemate after 60 minutes at the Coliseum. We are tied at 3 going to overtime. Second time the Komets have participated in a 3-on-3 overtime. We lost that game to Cincinnati, and this is the 4th time Kansas City has been involved in a overtime game. They've got 1 win and 2 shootout wins.
Komets outshoot them 10-5 in that period, but more important, they get the 2 goals, a power play goal at 1:27. Kravchenko got the goal, his 3rd of the season, and a shorthanded goal at 10:49 by Desjardins. That tied it up. So they had the puck all over the place. They had the power play in the last 4 minutes of the period, and were not able to put it past the goaltender, who's played great all night, Parson. And unfortunately, they just have not been able to get the winning goal. So we go 3-on-3 for 5 minutes. See what happens right now.
And if nothing is decided after those 5 minutes, we go to a shootout. And that will be the first one this year for the Komets. Puck is dropped at center ice. Garrett Thompson up along the far side. We're skating 3-on-3 here in overtime. Garrett Thompson tries to tuck it home. Parsons got the left leg on it. And now the Mavericks will have a chance. They bring it down on the far side. Cross-ice pass. It is going to be Pauly. Pauly coming in up along the near side. Now he skates back top of the circle. Pauly on the near wing, gets chased by Bobby Shea. Pauly still with the puck, dancing around here on the near side in the Komet zone. Gives it up to McMurtry. McMurtry will take a shot. Save made by Hauser. Far side to Pauly. Pauly on the far side. He gets tangled up. Shea in there. Now Pauly from the seat of his pants is able to get the puck loose, but the Komets come away with it. It's Garrett Thompson. Thompson has got it at his own blue line. Now he will peel off and get some space. Thompson over to Shea. Shea will carry it over the blue line. Shea on the far side. And he is cut off by Alber, and now Alber will come away with the puck. Alber, Sedlowski, the only man back for the Komets, coming in on Hauser. He goes back behind the net. Alber's got to go wide. Cycles it down low into the corner.
Everybody pick a man up.
It's Nowick.
3-on-3.
Nowick comes down low into the corner. And now Sedlowski and Nowick, they fight for it. Shea down there. We got a man out in front. Look out. Here's the centering pass. It is broken up. Sean Sedlowski trying to skate away with it. Comes along the far side. Sedlowski got a man on him, plays it off the boards. Bobby Shea is coming off.
Yeah, he's been tired. He's out there for the 2 minutes.
And Cooper has got the puck for Missouri. 3:20 to go here in overtime. Tied at 3. Each team gets a point here. Now let's see who's going to get the extra one as the Mavericks bring it into the Komet zone.
Stay up on him,
out in
one-on-one.
front of Hauser. Here's a shot. They score. McMurtry off the backhand beats Hauser above the glove hand. And the Mavericks come away with the extra points. The Komets fall in overtime tonight by a score of 4-3.
Man walked in. They had to play man for man, 3-on-3 all the way through it. The man walked in, got a bit of an angle on the defenseman, went in on the goaltender Hauser, went up high. Hauser went down, went right over his shoulder in the top shelf. They lose their 4-3.
So the Komets, we can't break the streak here tonight, but we do get a point out of the deal. So you got to tip your hat to Parsons. He again played a great game for Missouri. The Komets just come up short here tonight. It was a great comeback, but still got to figure things out, Robbie, but the effort was certainly there tonight.
Yeah, the coming back was very, very important for them, and outshooting them 10-5 and outshooting them 38-18. Definitely the offense was starting to go, but just not getting any breaks around the net. And again, the first time in a long time Sidlowski's been shut down, and you usually don't do that too often with him, and unfortunately they don't get the winning goal. They had a couple of good chances, especially when they had the power play with about 3 minutes left in the game, and they couldn't put the puck away then. So tough effort offensively not to be able to get the winning goal, and in this 3-on-3, that's pretty tough for any team, but that's twice we've lost that 3-on-3 shootout thing. So tough loss. Back at it Sunday.
4-3 is your final score. Kansas City over the Komets in overtime tonight. We will take a break and come back and wrap it up. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Life can be unpredictable. 1 minute everything's fine. In the next, you have a kid with a fever and it's already past 5. That's when you need Parkview First Care. We have extended hours, including evenings and weekends, convenient locations, and Parkview Physicians Group providers to make your whole family feel better. When you can't wait to see your doctor, go to the walk-in clinic that's part of the PPG community of care. Parkview First Care. Get in, get better, get going.
Aaron's has some really great news. Aaron's is offering 120 days same as cash. That's right, and here's how it works. Sign a new lease agreement and you have a full 4 months, 120 days to pay Aaron's everyday low price. They even offer a 20% instant rebate if you purchase outright. 120 days same as cash. Not bad, huh? Just stop by or call to learn more. And remember, you don't need credit. All you need is Aaron's. And nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne. Save on Marathon top-tier gasoline and get free Komet Hockey tickets. Get a Marathon Visa card at any Marathon station and earn up to 25 cents per gallon rebate. Also, pick up a Komets fill-up card and earn a buy one, get one free ticket offer to any Friday night regular season home game. Remember, use your Marathon Visa card and earn a 25 cents per gallon savings and a free Komet game ticket. Marathon, top-tier certified gasoline with STP additives, fueling the American spirit. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Thank you. Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Auburn.
In 1975, Miller Lite made history by proving we could brew a great-tasting light beer. And to mark the occasion, we're bringing back our original Steiny bottle for a limited time. Miller Lite, the original light beer, back in its original bottle. Grab one before they're all gone. Great beer, great responsibility. 2017 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Average analysis 12 fluid ounces, 96 calories, 3.2 grams carbs, less than 1 gram protein, 0 grams fat.
Welcome to the Komet Hockey OmniSource Recycled postgame show.
Well, the Komets come up a little short here tonight. 4-3 is the final score in overtime. The Komets do get a point this evening, but the losing streak continues. It's now 3 in a row. Komets will get another chance to break it on Sunday. 5 o'clock start time against the Tulsa Oilers back here at the Coliseum. Recapping what happened here tonight. Shots on goal. The Komets had 38 on the 38 on the game. Kansas City with 20. Komets did not register a shot on goal in overtime. Kansas City had 2. Cody Soul opened up the scoring here tonight. 4:02 was the time of his first goal of the season. Jamie Schaafsma and Jason Binkley with the assist. Then Kansas City, they rattled off 3 straight, starting with Sean Pauley's 5th of the season at 5:56. Patch, Albert, and McMurtry with the assist, and it was on the power play. Kansas City's Widman, 9:22 of the first. Nowick and Cooper with the assist. And then Kansas City opened up the scoring in the second period. Van Wormer, 10:33, his first of the season. Nowick and McMurtry with the assist, and again on the power play. Then the Komets come back. Dennis Kravchenko, 1:27 of the third period, his 3rd of the season. Garrett Thompson and Zach Larraza with the assist, and that one was on the power play. And then the Komets got a shorthander. Gabriel Desjardins, his 2nd of the season at 10:49. Garrett Thompson and Cody Soul with the assist, and that pushed us to overtime where McMurtry ends it. 1:55 was the time, his 5th of the season, and Brooks and Cooper with the assist, and that was your final score, 4-3. Kansas City over the Komets. A lot of penalties and power plays were handed out. Kansas City had 7. They were 2 of 7. Komets had 8, and the Komets were 1 of 8. Kansas City had 40 minutes in penalties on 10 infractions. The Komets 24 minutes on 9 infractions. Tyler Parsons gets the victory in goal for Kansas City tonight. 38 shots, 35 saves, 3 goals against. Michael Hauser, 20 shots, 16 saves, and 4 goals against in front of 7,023 here at the Coliseum as the Komets fall tonight by a score of 4-3 in overtime to Kansas City. Let's take a break, and we will come back with our Ruoff Home Mortgage Great Name to Know Player of the Game. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OmniBuy, 855-666-4289.
This is what it sounds like when real people guess which truck brand offers best-in-class V8 towing and best-in-class HD horsepower.
I go Ram. I would put it on Ford.
And this is what it sounds like when real people learn it's Chevy with the Silverado 1500 and Silverado 2500 HD.
Yeah, Chevy.
Chevy, the only truck brand that offers choice without compromise. See your Northeast Indiana and Ohio Chevy dealers. Silverado 1500 class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds GVWR when properly equipped with available 6.2-liter engine. Silverado HD with available 6.6-liter Duramax diesel engine.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital and Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Welcome to the Comet Hockey OmniSource Recycled Postgame Show.
Coming to the end here tonight as the Komets fall to Kansas City 4-3 in overtime. Let's take a look at our Ruoff Home Mortgage Great Name to Know Player of the Game. Let's give it to Cody Soul tonight, who got his first goal of the season at 4:02 of the first period. He also added an assist on Gabriel Desjardins' goal at 10:49 of the third. And Cody Soul was a +2 tonight. And with that rating, Cody Soul is going to go up into the standings. The plus-minus rankings. Actually, it's going to increase his lead. He is number 1 in the league in that category. So Cody Soul, a +2 with 2 points tonight, a goal, and an assist. And that's what makes Cody Soul our Rough Home Mortgage. Great name to know, player of the game with 2 points tonight, a goal, and an assist. And the name to know for your next home mortgage is Ruoff Home Mortgage. That will do it. Next game, next broadcast, we'll be back here on WOWO, 5 o'clock start time this Sunday as the Komets will play the Tulsa Oilers here from the Coliseum. So, final score, 4-3, Kansas City over the Komets in overtime tonight. I've been your play-by-play announcer, Shane Albarani, and you've been listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne.
You've been listening to exciting Fort Wayne Komet Hockey. Catch all the action all season long right here on WOWO Radio.
We now rejoin you to regular
Not one penny ensures that Hillsdale can continue to be a beacon of independence for all of its students across America. Learn more at levinforhillsdale.com, Levin for Hillsdale.com.
He doesn't have listeners. He has followers. Get in line behind Mark Levin.
Yes, sir.
On the Mark Levin Radio Show.
Hit it. Here we go. I'm bad enough to make and other things like I'm gonna work it on a natural high. How can I love this song? I'm satisfied. All right, people are gonna get mad at me. Yes, I love Motown. I do. Hit it again. Go. I have to do this on my own time. All right. What am I doing? Oh, shopping online has its pluses, but also comes with risks. With the holidays fast approaching, here's some tips to help keep your identity and financial information safe. Always use a secure internet connection rather than vulnerable hotspots. Shop on sites with secure payment methods like credit cards or gift cards. Create strong passwords. Be wary of deals that are too good to be true. And finally, avoid phony shopping apps. Identity fraud cost Americans $16 billion in 2016. If you're only monitoring your credit, your identity can still be stolen in ways you may not detect. You know, thieves can sell your information on the dark web or get an online payday loan in your name. LifeLock detects a wide range of identity threats. And if they detect your information, they'll send you an alert. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But go to lifelock.com, lifelock.com, or call 1-800-LIFELOCK. Use promo code LEVIN. That's Levin for 10% off your LifeLock membership. Visit lifelock.com and save 10% now. Brian, Salinas, California, the great K-I-O-N. Go.
Hey, how are you doing, Mark? Good evening to you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I want to just come out and let you know that I have some serious questions, and I challenge you to be courageous enough to hear me out, but I kind of doubt it. I doubt you have the courage.
Sir, you sound so negative, sir. You sound...
Well, because I know...
You're disappointing me.
Well, you are a hack, an actual hack.
Oh, sir, you're disappointing me. You're not a mock groper, are you, sir?
But you don't use your smarts.
Are you? Oh, sir. Are you a mock groper?
Pardon me?
Go right ahead, sir. Ask us your questions. Your brilliance is obviously coming across to the entire nation.
Apples. So this Frankenstein guy mock gropes or does whatever, right? What does he do immediately? I'll tell you. He apologized.
Well, immediately. This happened in 2006, sir.
What
Are you aware of
Trump
that?
do? He called
Sir. I know you have a mental problem because Donald Trump is president. Listen to me carefully, and I will speak slowly so even you can understand. Donald Trump is not part of this story.
Okay.
Leanne pay attention. I'm educating you, you moron. Now pay attention. Leanne Tweeden specifically mentioned Al Franken, gave specific details, dates, occasions, places, even had photographic evidence. You still there, Brian? Shut up and listen. This has nothing to do with Donald Trump. You're defending a predator. Are you aware of that, Brian? Be quiet. You're defending a predator. Now get off my phone, you jerk. That wasn't so hard, was it, ladies and gentlemen? Somebody wants to come on and have a discussion, no problem. When a schmo calls up, there's a problem. And I would have taken every damn point he raised. Let's continue. Keith, Trucker, Virginia, on the Mark Levin app. How are you, sir?
Hey, great, Mark. First-time caller. I love your show. And that last guy, that was awesome. Anyway, I'm a former Marine, and I got a question. I mean, back in '83 when I was in,
yes, sir.
The news media was reporting the news. But now the news media has been so competitive and making itself political, it's like they're arguing their own points. It's ridiculous. Why can't they just report the news and leave the talk show to the talk show host, like yourself?
Well, they've always been bad. It's just that they're horrendous right now. Absolutely horrendous. And one of the reasons is they didn't expect Trump to win. He doesn't know most of them, or didn't. And he attacks them. He calls them out. He confronts them. He doesn't whine about them in silence. He takes them on. And the other thing that upsets them and drives them nuts is he tweets. And they can't control it. So when he tweets his thoughts and his comments, whether they're mocked or not, I mean, he's got some pretty damn good tweets. He's got a few that you might wonder about, but he's got mostly good ones. They can't control them. They can't edit them. He doesn't have to go through them, so he's talking directly to the American people. He's using social media. They've never seen anything like this.
Right.
All right, my friend. Tell me, what kind of stuff do you haul?
I haul almost anything. I was in the military for 4 years, but I got out and I was in law enforcement, and I didn't feel like getting shot at or any of these groups coming after me. My father was a chief for 43.5 years.
Wow. All right, my friend, be careful out there. I appreciate your call. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what has happened to Republicans, even members of this administration? Why are they talking like Karl Marx? Let's explore this together, shall we? I'll be right back.
News you can depend on. The talk show host you trust. Whoa, 1190 AM and 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
Paralyzed veterans Sean Halstead and Noah Courier.
I was Air Force from 93 to 98. I got hurt practicing combat search and rescue, fell off a fast rope, so shattered L1 vertebrae. I don't know where I'd be without paralyzed veterans. I've only seen that now.
Unite through struggle. That's what the Marine Corps and service is all about. You get tight, and those bonds just get stronger and stronger the more you struggle together, and the harder the hardship. And I don't know if it gets any harder than being a quadriplegic, so we instantly bond.
Paralyzed Veterans of America is a nonprofit, and it gets no federal funding.
And we provide every service free of charge to every veteran and caregiver that we support.
Paralyzed veteran and PVA Executive Director Sherman Gillums Jr.
Every life, every success, every recovery, it's tied to the initial investment you've had in us.
To learn more, visit pva.org. A public service message from Paralyzed Veterans of America.
What if you got rewarded for every good decision? What if your heart had a special way of letting you know it appreciates your healthy choices?
I've got to get my family to eat more vegetables.
Amazing!
And instead of cooking with butter tonight, I think I'll saute our veggies with heart-healthy oil.
You're a genius! So really, would your food choices pay off in heart health? Did you know that when you replace bad fats with healthier fats, like those in canola or other vegetable oils, it can lower bad cholesterol levels, and that's good for your heart. Here's a winning idea. Take up the challenge for good health, because the you of the future will say,
Fantastic!
Learn more at heart.org/facethefats. Canola Info proudly supports the American Heart Association's Face the Fats campaign.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne. On 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
A delay in big game policy. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. President Trump delaying a new policy that would allow the body parts of African elephants shot for sport to be imported to the U.S. Earlier today, White House spokeswoman Sarah Sanders said the policy review began with the Obama administration.
This review established that both Zambia and Zimbabwe had met new standards, strict international conservation standards.
And she says there's still a ban on ivory from African elephants. Earlier today, the chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee urged the administration to reverse the policy, calling it the wrong move at the wrong time. The wife of embattled Alabama Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore sticking by him as allegations of sexual misconduct against him grow.
Kayla Moore tells a group of women supporting her husband's Senate bid that he will not step aside despite allegations that he, decades ago, forced himself on teen girls. She tells the group in Birmingham her husband is an honorable man.
He served our country in Vietnam, and he has always been an officer and a gentleman.
Roy Moore, she says, is a target of a press actively working on behalf of liberals.
They print whatever anyone says without checking to even see if it is correct.
Allegations against Moore were first published by the Washington Post.
Fox's Evan Brown, Moore's opponent in the special election, Doug Jones, didn't directly comment on the allegations.
We're at a tipping point in this country that we are seeing, and we're empowering women to stand up and speak out. And I think that that's a wonderful thing. It's time that in this country we have those conversations.
The latest Fox News poll has Jones ahead of Moore by 8 percentage points. More than 100 pages of documents, photos, and audio from the investigation into Montana Congressman Greg Gianforte have been released. The material showed Gianforte, and not the reporter he threw to the ground the day before the special election, was the instigator of the attack. Fox News, fair and balanced.
I'm in almost every school bus and classroom. I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm one out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. This problem is closer than you think. My teacher tells me we can grow up to be whatever we want. I want to grow up to be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. There's enough food in this country to feed everybody. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
TransCanada saying the oil leak from the Keystone Pipeline is under control and not a threat to public safety, even as the state of Nebraska weighs whether to allow a further portion of the pipeline to run through their state.
The timing of this 210,000-gallon leak could hardly be worse for TransCanada, the owners of the Keystone Pipeline, with Nebraska officials due to make their decision on the controversial XL pipeline extension on Monday. TransCanada says it is handling the leak and rushed all necessary necessary resources to the scene within minutes of a pressure drop being detected. Environmentalists are essentially saying, "We told you so." The Sierra Club's Kelly Martin telling the Associated Press, quote, "We've always said it's not a question of whether a pipeline will spill, but when. And today, TransCanada is making our case for us." In Los Angeles, Jonathan Hunt, Fox News.
The mayor of Westchester, Pennsylvania, saying many people are still missing after a fire at a senior living center. There are no confirmed fatalities. 2 car companies with airbag recalls.
Federal safety regulators are investigating 90 complaints that airbags have failed after a Volkswagen recall to fix a wiring problem that can stop the front driver's side airbag from inflating. VW recalled the vehicles in 2015. The NTSB will figure out how often the problem happens and if another repair is needed. Mitsubishi is recalling nearly 84,000 Mirage models because airbags may not inflate in a crash. The company says the safety restraint computer can interpret road vibrations or a flat tire as a sensor error and disable the car's 7 airbags. The recall covers certain 2014 through 2018 models. Anna Wells, Fox News.
Danica Patrick broke down in tears today as she announced she will retire from full-time racing next year after the Daytona 500 and the Indianapolis 500, a race she once said she'd never run again. Lisa Lacera, Fox News Radio.
From the home comfort experts, Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, Weather Center.
From ABC 21, your weather authority, I'm meteorologist John Birchfield. Steady rain likely tonight, low temperatures in the low 30s. Rain tomorrow morning, showers in the afternoon, high temperatures in the mid-50s, dropping through the day. And partly sunny and cooler Sunday, highs in the mid-30s. I'm John Birchfield on WOWO 1190 AM, 107.5 FM.
At Coast to Coast AM, we keep our friends close with this.
Did guest Howard Bloom really start the 60s? I'm George Norrie, and join us on our next program as we'll talk with Howard about that, followed, of course, by your open lines on those Friday night into Saturday morning moments right here on Coast to Coast AM.
And we keep our enemies closer at Coast to Coast AM. Overnights, every night on WOWO, 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it. Masters get there faster. Heating, air conditioning, new unit or service call. Check out Masters Heating and Cooling online at mastersheatcool.com.
From the underground command post, deep in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
Hello, everybody. Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811. 877-381-3811. I want to get to the questions that I posed to you this hour, but before I do, there was a fascinating interview of Gloria Allred by Katie Tur, another one at MSNBC who might be a little nervous because she actually did a pretty good job, so she'll want to watch her back. She's no Mika Brzezinski. She's a real journalist, apparently. And I won't even play the whole thing. I'll just play a part of it. And she's pressing her about the signature on that annual in the case of Roy Moore. Cut 10, go.
But did she see him sign it?
You know, I haven't asked her if she saw him, but we did describe what happened that evening in question, that what she alleges was that she put it on the counter, that I think that he asked to sign, or that he did sign it. That's all.
I ask this because it seems like you're not 100% sure that it is his signature. And if you're not 100% sure that it is his signature, why would you show it at a press conference?
Well, why does anybody doubt that it is his signature?
Well, Roy Moore's campaign is saying, and Roy Moore himself is saying, it's not his signature.
Well, he has a motive to say that, and let him prove that it's not.
Well, it's hard to prove a negative. Everybody knows that. Now, that said, this isn't the first interview like this, or the first. Well, the equivocation is what's troubling to me. We talked about that. Just give it to signature experts. Find one who is renowned and ask them. You got the Roy Moore folks who are saying it's not. You've got Gloria Allred's client, and Gloria Allred, who used the yearbook, the annual, as evidence of some sort. So, okay, fine. Now there's some question being raised about the authenticity of the writing, of the signature, and she doesn't seem to be 100% sure. This Katie Tur of MSNBC, I know it's amazing. She happens to be right about that. Maybe it is his signature. Maybe it is. But why not put it through the process? Oh, you know, I don't need any process here. We don't, you know, when it comes to Al Franken, we don't want to prejudice. We have an ethics committee. You want to check out. You want to talk to the woman. You got to, you know, we got a whole thing going on over here. But when it comes to Roy Moore, I can't go through all that. Don't have enough time for that. How do you know? Well, Mitch McConnell said. That's how I know. All right, I want to get off this stuff. I started the show reading you something. I'm going to read it again, and I'm very, very curious to know what you think. So, Mr. Call Screener, go through the calls. The board's full, and just see if people are interested in discussing this. If not, we're going to have to ask them to call us next week, okay? Here's what I wrote in the epilogue, obviously just a couple paragraphs of it, in the epilogue of my book, Rediscovering Americanism and the Tyranny of Progressivism. And it's on the back of the book, the cover of the book. I want to read it one more time, and I'm very curious to have your input. I confess that I often wonder what America will become in 50 or 100 years. What will the future hold for our children and grandchildren? I bet you have these thoughts too. Will they be free, happy, prosperous, independent, and secure? What will be left of our constitutional system? Will the Bill of Rights have the force of law? What about property rights? Will they matter? How many will remember or care to learn about our founding principles, as concisely and brilliantly set forth in the Declaration of Independence? How many remember or care today? What of the civil society or the social compact? Will it have frayed beyond repair? Will we have been conquered from within, as Thomas Jefferson, Joseph Story, and Abraham Lincoln feared might be our fate? Will we have avoided the doom of Athens and Rome? If we're honest with ourselves, we must agree that the outcome is unclear. The reason, a century or so of progressive governance and schemes targeting the uniqueness of America, including its founding principles and Republican system. Now, in this context, I want to play you an audio of Steve Mnuchin, who serves as our Treasury Secretary. He's on Fox News today talking about the tax cuts. Cut one, Mr. Producer, go.
Well, I'm sympathetic to the issue in high-tax states. As I've said before, I've lived in New York and California. You know, for rich people in those states, their taxes are going to go up. Having said that, they're going to get the benefit of the business tax reduction. They're going to get the benefit of pass-throughs, which for small and medium-sized businesses, you'll have the lowest rates since we've had the 1930s.
Whoa, I thought it was the 1920s. I could have sworn somebody said that. Go ahead.
Run lots of numbers for people who make 100, 200, 300,000 in New York, and the vast majority of those people all get tax cuts.
So if you're a rich person living in New York and California, well, too bad, your taxes are going up. If you're a rich person living in a blue state, your taxes are. Now, you know damn well if Barack Obama had been doing this, you'd be jumping up and down. You'd be jumping up and down. Having a higher rate, in a higher effective rate. So they're going to slash federal corporate income taxes, like they should. But if you're rich and you live in New York or California or a blue state or a high tax state, you're paying more taxes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a couple things about this. We talked about this. What does it mean to be rich? Now, Mr. Mnuchin worked at Goldman Sachs. He's worth $50 to $100 million. That's rich. Fine. He wants his taxes to go up. That's his problem. It's like this Buffett running around all the time saying, I pay too little in taxes. And my answer is, well, then pay more. What's your problem? The problem is, folks, they're really, truly rich. They can't tax them enough to pay anything. So they change this definition of rich or wealthy. And so if you net $1 million 1 year, they're going to hammer you. They're going to hammer you. But here's the other point you need to understand. It's not just the rich. Remember Obamacare? They used this class warfare crap too. Well, Obamacare has harmed all of you. It doesn't even matter what your income level is unless you're getting freebies. This will do exactly the same thing. I was at a Bob Big Boys this morning, and I often go to a Bob Big Boys for breakfast, and I was there. I was talking to the waitress. Can I call people waitresses now? I don't know. I have to ask Kirsten Gillibrand. A very, very nice lady. I know these people. We're all very friendly. And we were talking about the taxes that are being proposed in the House and the Senate. And she said to me, what is with this taxing rich people? I want to have a job. An awful lot of Americans understand this. So this class warfare, the lowest common denominator, using the propaganda of the left, really is very frustrating to me. It's very, very frustrating to me. And even the supply-siders on TV and radio, they really sound stupid. Yeah, I like the cuts for the corporations. The individuals, you know, but the corporate cuts will have all kinds of job growth and everything. While you're whacking on the individual income side. And let me tell you something, folks. It's not just rich people. It's many of you. We've had callers call this program. One lady called and said, my husband was in the military several decades. He retired. He has 2 other jobs. I have a full-time job. We make over $250,000 a year. We're in a high-tax state. Remember that caller, Mr. Producer? I forget which state. Was it Illinois? Something like that. And she was pointing out that the cap on her taxes, you know, property taxes and so forth, well, she's going to go above that. And they worked out the numbers, and she's going to be paying more in taxes. I don't get this blue state, red state stuff when it comes to filing your individual income taxes. Do you put on your individual income tax form for the IRS, I live in a blue state, so screw me? No. Do you put on your form, I live in a red state, so I don't pay property taxes? I know people who live in red states, and they pay a hell of a lot in property taxes. They also pay a hell of a lot in state income taxes. Maybe not as much as New York or California. That's not the standard. That's not the measure. And do we want another whack at the housing market? I've talked about this before. Okay, let's say a zillionaire builds a 400,000 square foot home. You know, I'm doing it for exaggeration purposes to make an example. Just think of all the painters and plumbers and electricians and roofers and carpenters and on and on and on that are hired. It's enormous. What do I care what the guy lives in? It means nothing to me. The real choice is, does the money stay in the private sector? Does it stay in your hands, the people who earned it, your labor, intellectual and physical? Or does Mr. Mnuchin decide where it goes? Or do these apparently sexual perverts in Congress decide where it goes? This is your money. To have a Secretary of the Treasury, rich people in high tax states are going to pay more. To talk like that, you would expect that from the Secretary of the Treasury in an Elizabeth Warren administration, or a Bernie Sanders administration, or a Barack Obama administration, not in a Donald Trump administration, not when we control all the elected branches of government. Here he goes again. Cut 2, go.
But you will admit now, for the sake of this discussion, that some Americans under this Republican plan will be paying more in taxes, correct?
There will be people who make more than $1 million in high tax states.
Yay! Yay! Get him! Get him! Get him! And by the way, it's more than that. There's a lot of you who don't make $1 million. You're going to get whacked, too. And you're going to find out if they pass this. You're going to find out, and you're going to be very, very upset and disappointed. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be more and more freeloaders who don't pay 1 penny in federal income taxes. Yay! Yay! And do they live in blue states or red states? Most of them live in blue states. Oh, wait a minute. Boo! Boo! They're in blue states? Oh! No, they need to be in red states. And there's many people in the so-called middle class that we can't even define. We don't even know what that means. We don't even know who that is. But everybody oh, I'm in the middle class. I'm in the middle class. Well, there's many of you, you're going to get whacked too. Like Obamacare. No, millionaires. We're going to get the millionaires. Yay! In the blue states. Yes, get them, get them, get them, get them. Really? Go ahead.
Will be paying more. And as the president has said, this is not a tax plan to cut taxes for rich people. This is a tax plan to make businesses competitive.
God, what a monotonous. It's not a tax plan to it's not a tax plan to make businesses. Go ahead.
Give middle-income taxpayers.
When I hear that M word, I think it's code, and I'm used to hearing it from the left for many years. I think
good for you, Hammer. Go ahead.
I think you would admit that. But this is a Republican majority in the House and in the Senate and the White House. And you're admitting that for some Americans, they will pay more in taxes. Well, but again, is this what the American people have waited a generation for?
Now, stop right there. Hemmer should be the Secretary of Treasury. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant in what he just did there and said there. It's as if he's talking to Bernie Sanders. Listen to this. Go ahead.
Again, just to be clear, what we're doing is getting rid of the state and local tax deduction, which is a loophole for high-tax states.
Stop. Let me ask you folks who have mortgages. Well, many of you who don't have mortgages, you pay property tax. Many of you don't have kids in school, but you pay an enormously high property tax. Those of you who do have kids in school, you pay an enormously high property tax. Some of you pay a high state income tax. It's not because you want to. It's because you have a home. You've lived there. Maybe you've lived there for several generations in your family. Maybe not. Maybe that's where your job is, so you have to move. Oh, I'm in a blue state. Oh, punish me, punish me, punish me. But listen to this guy. Listen to this guy. Your deductions now on your property taxes or state income taxes, that's a loophole. I told you this is where we would head. That's a loophole. That's not a loophole. Is this a joke? If you're banking your money overseas and you're trying to avoid this, that's a loophole. If you're deducting the taxes that you're paying to the state on your federal income tax form, that's not a loophole. When millions and millions of people are benefiting from that, we should be celebrating it. It's a subsidy. It's not a subsidy. It's your money to begin with. This is what I mean. They sound like Marx. They sound like Sanders. They sound like Alinsky. Go ahead.
Why New York, California, and others have taxes as high as they are because...
Look, you jerk. I live in Virginia. That's right, I said it. I live in Virginia. Oh, that's not a hard tax state. They tax the crap out of us. Income taxes, car taxes, real estate taxes, business license taxes, this tax, that tax. Oh, that's a blue state, so screw you. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
Businessman, outsider, conservative, Republican Mike Braun for U.S. Senate. Mike grew up in Jasper, Indiana, but after business school at Harvard University, he turned down jobs on Wall Street to come home and build a national company just steps from where he grew up. Now, Mike Braun is running for the Senate because career politicians are hurting our country. The Washington swamp is ruining America. We need fewer career politicians in Washington and more people like Mike Braun.
I'm Mike Braun. I started a national company right here in my hometown. But Washington's inaction has cost our country trillions in debt and lost opportunity. I'm running for United States Senate to get Washington moving again.
Businessman, outsider, conservative. Mike Braun will make Washington work for us.
I'm Mike Braun, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mike Braun for Indiana.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, the Dead Doctors Don't Lie guy. I want to talk to you about Majestic Earth Herbal Rainforest, which is my favorite daily detox. Herbal Rainforest is a mango-flavored liquid supplement that unleashes the power of 16 herbs and 77 certified organic plant minerals from prehistoric plants in their unaltered colloidal form. This drink has 16 herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 minerals, including chamomile, echinacea, sarsaparilla, golden seal, celery, alfalfa, dandelion root, Siberian ginseng, horehound, licorice, ginkgo biloba, passion flowers, thyme, saw palmetto berries, angelica, and cascara sagrada. How good does that get? I take an ounce every night with a glass of water, keeps you regular, and detoxes. It doesn't get any better than that. I just feel great every night. I only need 4 to 6 hours of sleep. I wake up and I have 3 extra hours in the day.
For information or to order longevity products, go to FortWayneTeam.com or visit the Ultimate Nutrition Center, 3229 Covington Road in Fort Wayne. Call 260-459-0444.
The Army National Guard is committed to keeping the country safe and our communities secure. Composed of hundreds of thousands of citizen soldiers from all walks of life, the Guard is always ready to respond to local or national emergencies. We protect the homeland. We're always there when called upon, and in every state and territory, we stand guard for our communities. To learn more, log on to NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Indiana Army National Guard, aired by the Indiana Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hiring is important, but finding the right people can be a real challenge. That's why ZipRecruiter is obsessed with finding you qualified candidates fast. ZipRecruiter finds candidates with the right experience and notifies them to apply for your job. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within just 1 day. The right candidates are out there. This is how you find them. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
To try ZipRecruiter for free, just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talk. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talk.
AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, is the leading conservative advocacy group for folks age 50 and up. AMAC is dedicated to preserving the values that have made America great, like smaller government, individual freedom, and family values. Members also have access to exceptional benefits, like car insurance, Medicare plans, and discounts on hotels, car rentals, and much more. Stand with our over 1 million patriots. Join AMAC today. That's www.amac.us, amac.us.
You wouldn't put a square peg in a round hole, so why would you deploy a traditional firewall in a modern decentralized network? Firewalls have new requirements for businesses leveraging SaaS-based applications and public cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. We're in the cloud generation now, so your firewalls have to be engineered to fit right in. Reclaim your cloud network. Try a Barracuda Cloud Generation Network or application firewall free at barracuda.com/firewalls.
Keep listening. Sometime this hour, some lucky listener might be Levinitized. Oh, goody. Mark Levin is on the radio.
Yesterday, I spent part of the time talking about the president lifting this ban on elephant trophies in this country, and I thought it was a huge mistake. And we spent some time talking about it. We had a number of hunters calling. I think every one, or at least most of them, agreed with me. And I want to update you on this and tell you why your input, this program, is very important as it's heard in Washington and other places. It's from Fox News. President Trump places elephant trophy ban reversal on hold. It looks like President Trump is having a change of heart when it comes to his recent decision to lift the ban on importing elephant trophies from Africa. In a tweet tonight, Trump said he decided to put the big game trophy decision on hold. The comment comes less than 48 hours after it was first announced that the Trump administration will reverse a 2014 ban made under President Obama on permits for elephant trophies from Zambia and Zimbabwe. Here's what the president tweeted. Put big game trophy decision on hold until such time as I review all conservation facts under study for years. We'll update soon with Secretary Zinke. Thank you. Okay. Well, he's putting it on hold, and that's a good thing. And I personally want to thank him. Because, you know, these things bubble up in these administrations. It clearly bubbled up in the Interior Department, and somebody pushed it, and the president said, not so fast. That's good news, right? I think it's great news. But we appreciate it, Mr. President. I'll be right back. Attention gun owners. Can you say with 100% confidence that your family and home are safe? What if you're forced to pull the trigger? Do you know exactly what to say when the police arrive? Look, these are important things every responsible gun owner needs to know. And you'll find all the answers in the USCCA's Complete Concealed Carry and Family Defense Guide. But you're about to miss your chance to get yours completely free. In your 164-page guide and free audiobook, you'll learn